Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spawncast episode 427. We got a show tonight. We got people traveling. We got discussion around Gen Z and Roblox somehow in the show. It's Gamescom week is here. Sony and Microsoft are crossing over. It's a crazy time right now. But I got some people with me here to discuss it. So let me go around here. OJ is returning. It's good to have OJ here.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I just had a few things, weekend family stuff that I was doing for stuff. So it's good to be back though, man. Had a good Spawncast pre-show, so it was fun. Thanks for having me on.
Good stuff. We got Josie back as well.
Yeah, glad to be back. I've been having work and random things on the exact time of this and Game and Talk lately, so I haven't really been able to do much. So I'm glad to be here.
You don't need to go to work.
Yeah, I'll just become a full-time YouTuber.
No, you don't need to do that either. That's not work either. Remember, this isn't a job. What do you mean?
Right.
You got school coming up eventually here too, right?
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
That'll
you don't need to go to school either. Screw that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I've been struggling. That part.
Be like me. Change majors for Resident Evil.
Yeah, I might.
And people may notice we have someone actually on the move right now, calling in remote. That's the dedication right there from Celia. Dealing with hotel Wi-Fi. Celia, how's it going over there?
Pretty good. You guys keep on freezing. So if I disappear, that's why. But yeah, I've missed the past couple of Spawncast episodes because I was at CatCon and then I was in San Jose. And then this weekend I'm in Anaheim for Pokemon Worlds. And it's been really, really fun. I'll talk about it in a minute, but it's good to be here.
Can you tell us about CatCon for a minute?
Oh, yeah.
Before Sean pops in, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So CatCon is this like annual event. It's in Pasadena, California, and it's like partially an adoption event. And there's it's like half the convention hall is just all kitten adoptions and different cats. And there's like cages of them and they're really, really cute. And then they would ring a bell every time someone adopted one and then everyone would clap. It was really adorable. And then like the rest of it is like, it's like a normal convention. But instead of like consumer products, it's like cat stuff. And there's an artist alley with cat things. And there's a cat celebrities go for signings. I met
Do the cat Stein stuff?
No, they just kind of look
print?
at you. That would be really cute. But no, you just kind of look at the cat and you go, "Hi, cat." And like the handler, like you can take a photo with it or whatever. Not holding the cat. They let you near them. But yeah, I got to meet Max the Adventurer. He's the cat that goes with the leash. And it was really cute. And fun fact, Little Kitty Big City was exhibiting at the convention as well with their new DLC. So I got to say hi to them and talk with the devs. And it was really fun.
That's actually pretty clever. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. And you're at Pokemon Worlds right now.
Yeah.
How's that treating you?
It's been so much fun. It's basically like Evo, except, it's Pokemon, obviously. So I've been here since the opening ceremony. I've been watching the battles, like with the video game, like with Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet. I almost said Sword and Shield for some reason. Anyways, their technique and like their skills with that is so intense. I was not expecting how they do things because like the meta with the game has to do with the tetra forming or whatever, and they would have the same teams and I'm like, oh shit, like what are they going to do? Because there's a whole meta with it of certain Pokemon that are like stronger or whatever, and yeah, they just keep on changing their types with it, and it's been really intense, and it's like in a matter of like luck with RNG and a lot of things, and it's been really cool. So I'm enjoying watching that, and I've been watching TCG as well. Mobile's been going crazy as well. I also got to check out ZA. They have a demo going on over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the demo split up into two parts. So it's like 2 10-minute sections, like one when you're running around the city and basically just attacking people in the streets. And then you fight like a boss in the second part of the demo. I don't know how to feel about the game. It's more positive than I had felt about it previously. And I don't want to give any spoilers, obviously, but it was a little bit more fun than I was expecting it to be honest, like or well put together. So I'm looking forward to seeing more about it before it's released in October, but we'll find out about that. And then lastly, I guess like other things, I got to run into a bunch of Spawncast viewers here. That was really cool.
Oh, Pokemon Worlds.
Yeah, a bunch of people were like Spawncast, and I was like, yeah. It was really cool to like yap to everyone and like be like, yeah, it's real life. Hi, I'm gonna go.
Did you see Jordan?
I did not see Jordan, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's definitely there. He's there.
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably somewhere. The convention's huge.
Yeah.
So like,
okay.
I don't know. But yeah, shout out to Ryan. He's one of our viewers. He gave me a cute pin.
Oh, look at that.
And it was really cool.
Let's go.
But yeah, it's been a really fun time. I entered a contest while I was here.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
all right.
yeah, okay. Shout out to Isekai Nation. They're on Instagram. They're having a win a trip to Japan contest if you like find them and answer Pokemon trivia with them. And it was really fun. So I know I'm enjoying myself.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
just
Fingers
one more
crossed,
day tomorrow?
guys. Everyone. Yeah, there's one more day. That's championships. So all the people that are winning in I think the 8 bracket this today, they're gonna do their thing.
Okay.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is crazy competitive. It's super fun if you can actually take the time to learn how to play it, and like the terraforming thing or terrestrializing or whatever. That stuff's super cool because different Pokemon can have different types, and it completely opens up the amount of moves and different stuff. And you don't know what they have, so even if you see a Pokemon that you know the moveset, you have no idea what they're going to, terraform or whatever, or terrestrialize or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, like OG, yeah, like when I was watching the thing, I was like, oh wow, like these two players, there's one from Los Angeles and one from Hawaii, and they had basically the same teams, except they like one different Pokemon. And I was like, oh, like that's gonna be interesting. And like I wonder how they're gonna, stack up against each other. And literally they tetraformed and like one became a ghost and one became a dragon. I'm like, everything has changed. I don't know who's gonna win. It was a great time. Hawaii won, by the way.
Huge.
There you go. And we have Evan. Evan's here.
Yep.
Shout out to Evan. Okay. Let's see. Let me start. We do have some questions from the mailbag as well, from the Spawncast Patreon people. So we'll go over that towards the end of the show as well. Let's start with Gamescom, because that is this week. And opening night live it's not as early for West Coast people. So good news there. It's Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Thank
2
God.
p.m. Eastern time. You guys don't have to wake up at 6 a.m. to watch a disappointing show. Now, I don't know how Gamescom is going to go. You guys have just been plagued with like shows that you kind of wake up and go, oh.
That's 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's happening.
I wake up early anyway. I wake up by 4:30. So like
What? OJ, that's insane.
Yeah, new workout.
2 hours a day.
Yeah, we're new workout schedule. You got to wake up early. I got to get everything done because then my wife, she goes and she does stuff. So then I got to take care of my boys. So I want to get all my work done and get a lot of stuff done before she goes. So that's why I got to wake up so damn early.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So in this case though, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern, and that'll be on Tuesday. Jeff Keighley will have his opening night live, and it's hard to judge what we're going to see here because it's such a wide net that he casts. But we have Microsoft, just dropping their entire streaming schedule. So they'll be streaming the few days after opening night live. And he's already kind of gone over some of the stuff that'll be there at opening night live. So we know that the Fallout Season 2, they're going to have their
nice.
They're going to have their trailer for that, which looked, Fallout is very good. Its
first season was great.
It was right.
Yeah.
It's interesting though because in the poster for it they just show New Vegas there, and that feels like a spoiler from the first one as the big hook at the end.
Oh yeah. I was about to say because they did talk about it towards the first season towards the end. So
yeah. So that was the big thing at the end, the big reveal for season 2. So okay, it was just interesting to see that pop up. But otherwise, Silk Song should get its release date. We'll see those ROG Ally X handhelds with pricing and release dates, although we already kind of know when they're coming out, and we kind of know the pricing already. And a few other games that Jeff Keighley confirmed: Black Ops 7, the new Resident Evil game, Ghost of Yotei, Ninja Gaiden 4, Silent Hill F, World of Warcraft. I guess there's like a new World of Warcraft expansion. It says Midnight. Black Myth Wukong, Lords of the Fallen 2, and Outer Worlds 2. Yes, so those ones he's just confirmed for now. Otherwise, it's I'm not really sure what to necessarily expect from a show, other than it's probably going to end up being with the pre-show like 2.5 hours long. So it's going to be a lengthy showcase. I guess the one nice thing for me is that it doesn't start at like 8 o'clock at night. because then it just goes to 10 or 11, and writing all that stuff up that late is not something I'm interested in doing. So at least here, it'll be done by 4-ish. So otherwise, I don't know. I'm not really sure what to see from people like Nintendo or Sony. Microsoft's already been out there with that. Although Nintendo has a booth, and they're going to be at least we'll see third-party games. So Elden Ring will apparently be shown off. Final Fantasy VII, Donkey Kong Bonanza will be there for anyone who hasn't played it yet. So I don't know. Anything you guys are hoping out of Gamescom right now?
You can't ever predict these shows because you don't know what's like. Sometimes they'll just be all announced games. There'll be like almost no new games announced, right? So one of my viewers told me, and I didn't know this, but they told me I've streamed Gamescom every year since 2019, and I didn't even know that I did that because every year it's kind of like whatever. So I forgot that I actually streamed the show every year. So I don't know what to expect, man. I'm going to go into it with no expectations. So therefore, whatever happens, it's fine. We can just hang out and have a good time, or hang out.
I do kind of have that feeling that that's what's going to happen. People are going to be watching it, hoping, and then we're going to get a lot of. Here's the thing: Jeff is definitely going to have like 20 to 30 minutes of mobile gotcha game, that kind of stuff thrown in there too, because it's good money. Like he's going to make some good money from it. So when I see the logos for 2K, Capcom, Bethesda, even Krafton being there, they have some stuff that they could show off. Crimson Desert, that's going to be there. Pearl Abyss logo is up. Bandai Namco, they're apparently going to show some Tales stuff this week because they accidentally leaked their some kind of Tales, I guess, Celia remastered.
Yeah, Celia's coming. That's coming. That's the PS3 game. I think from like 2013 or 20. I forgot when it was, but yeah, that game's coming.
The one that is a little interesting, I guess, like Ubisoft didn't do a Ubisoft Forward, so I almost wonder if they have a little surprise waiting in the wings, because they don't have a lot of places they can necessarily announce this stuff anymore then. So a Gamescom or a Game Awards would be one of the two events they might do it at, because I'm thinking about that Black Flag remake or the Splinter Cell project, the remake they're doing there, or Prince of Persia, like the Sands of Time remake. They have some stuff that's just kind of hanging out. I'm wondering when they're going to make that announcement. But it seems like right now the companies that's the most excited to really show stuff off is Xbox. So see if they have anything there. Are you going to stream this, Josie?
I don't know. Maybe. TV shows are weird, and half the time I get copyrighted. So.
Oh no, you're gonna get copyrighted. I look back at my history. You get blasted.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Yeah, like you ever seen Training Day? The end of Training Day? Like Denzel.
That's why I gotta do Twitch with the split audio, so people can hear it when you're live, and then it just goes away in the VOD.
Watch the ending of Training Day, Josie. Just watch the ending. Denzel gets lit up. That's what's gonna happen to your channel.
Or the beginning of RoboCop.
Oh yeah.
The thing with that though, every time like I look at my email, my inbox, and Jeff definitely sends, it's automated, but there's 3 or 4 emails in there in the last week of, hey, you should co-stream this thing. Don't forget to co-stream it. It's like I don't think so. I think
you fooled me once. Not happening again.
Once that Just Dance kicks in and they start showing the new year, it's over. Like,
you gotta mute it though. I had to mute mine when Nintendo did it. I'm like, what are you guys doing with this stupid Just Dance?
You gotta mute it every time. Yeah.
Loved it when they did it a day before a Spawncast, and that's when we got hit with the you can't stream anymore.
It was
great.
It was at Ubisoft's event.
Crazy.
Yeah. So this was a long time ago. This is like 2018 or something, I think.
And they were like 100% you can stream this, no problem.
Yeah, and they didn't come in with like a claim. They came in with like a full-on strike. And when you get a strike on YouTube, you can't stream for like a month or something. And it was just over Just Dance. I remember that specifically. And a lot of people got hit by it. Yeah, a lot of people got hit by it.
Oh yeah.
So we had to go to Twitch to stream like the E3 stuff, like the rest of the E3 stuff.
Yep. People were in like real time, like we're dropping out. And then they had to be like, oh no, Square, because Square was next after Ubisoft. I remember that. Because Square was for some reason streaming at 9:00 at night for me. And people were just popping up on Twitch streaming it then. So those were the days of E3 where everyone was like tuning into the streams constantly and stuff. It wasn't as spread out as it is now. So that was that was a crazy time. But anyone who's streaming this opening night live thing, I'd be kind of careful with it. So
turn the audio down a lot.
Yeah, I guess the one thing here is I assume there won't be anything with Kojima. So Jeff will have to go it alone here.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I know. I figure Overdose isn't ready to show yet, but I could be wrong. Maybe he's ready to start talking about that now that Death Stranding 2's out.
Josie,
we'll
real quick, I just sent you a DM, Josie, to your Twitter on the copyright claims and stuff on my last one, or on one of my the opening night lives. Check it out.
Holy cow.
Oh yeah.
Holy moly. For the chat,
like
there's
8.
like 8 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, 8. Yeah, there's 8.
That's
they came in
insane.
strong. Yep, they
Stream-
were not
stream
messing
friendly.
around back then. It was
Stream
crazy.
friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something else. Is there anything you're hoping to see there, Celia, off the top of your head?
It's not going to happen, but Persona 6 announcement. That's all
Ooh.
I want.
Oh, okay.
That's
I mean,
going
Sega,
to be
they are there.
okay. So yeah, so Sega's there. Did they list Atlas? I don't think so.
Good question. Sega, like the main banner at the top. Netflix is there. I don't see Atlas. No, I just see Sega up there.
Yeah, because I feel like since they're looking at Xbox's track record of partnering, working with Sega, and Atlas for announcements of things, I feel like that's where we would get it if they were to announce something. But nah, I don't think so. Oh well, say lovey.
That almost feels like that big Game Awards announcement. That might be like the last big one at the Game Awards. Is Persona 6. That's kind of the tier that Persona is in at this point.
I will be one of those cry on camera people if they announce that. Just a comment.
Hopefully the reveal trailer is not as lame as the Persona 4 reveal trailer.
Oh yeah. Well, the Persona 4 one, the problem is they didn't have anything in terms of release date, timing, nothing to announce. And it was almost like it seems weird because it's not a new game necessarily. They're just bringing up a,
and
Persona
then they
4.
said it's not coming out before 2027.
Yeah, isn't that weird? It's like that's
Did they say that?
Yo, they did in their investor meeting.
I was
That was
hoping
the best
it would
part.
come out next
Like,
year.
yeah, it's not going to come out until 2027.
Hopes crushed.
Did they say it wasn't going to come out until 2027 because they're busy with another brand new game of excitement and things, or no? No. Okay.
Well, I mean, they're always busy with games, so that's implied. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see. I mean, I think we'll probably see it more, we'll see it next year. So we'll actually get there'll probably be events where you can play it or something like that. But it's probably going to launch in early. I'd probably guess early 2027.
My heart is sad and very impatient.
Yeah,
this is going to be my Silk song. Like how every Nintendo Direct of any kind or anyone breathes, like they asked for it. I'm going to be asking for Persona 6.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a JRPG Skyrim at this point, right? Or it's like
yeah,
waiting for the next one.
Yeah, that feels like the Game Awards. That's all. That seems like a Game Awards level announcement. So
my little heart can hope.
We'll see with Gamescom though. It should be a busy week. I'm sure a lot of games being covered, a lot of news coming out. Let's move over to the Helldivers 2 stuff. We had Helldivers 2 is out on the Xbox on the 26th. And same day, Gears of War is out on the PS5. So it is interesting how that works out, like with the two kind of trading spots there. But we had this new trailer, which had it was called Bring the Boom, which made me think of Backbreaker immediately, Evan.
Or the
Anyone who's played
Costco
that
guys.
game. The
Still
Costco
brilliant that they
guys.
had the patch
Hey,
to
bring
take
the
that song out.
boom.
Did they took that song out?
No, it was the patch because you couldn't turn it off, and then they patched it so you could turn it off.
It sounds like they didn't need that patch. That's what it sounded like to
punt,
me.
every single punt.
There's the football game Backbreaker. If anyone's ever played it, we just randomly one day we were testing. What was it? A PS3 or 3? It might have been a PS3.
I think it was a 360. Maybe
We were 360. We were testing a system, and it's just random football game. And we're like, let's pop this in. And as soon as you do the kickoff, every time for some reason, it starts playing Here Comes the Boom during kickoff. Every time.
Here comes the boom. They're letting you know to get ready.
It's always cued. The first boom is when you kick.
Yeah, it is.
every single time.
Comes the boo. Let's go.
It's yep. Yeah, it is so funny because it's
Yep.
super dramatic, and it does like the camera angle directly behind the kicker. Like when
Yeah,
they
it's
kick
basically
off,
Gears of War football.
Yeah, is the weirdest game, and I don't think I've ever really seen anyone talk about it outside of. Wait, I can't even remember how the game played. That's the one thing I remember from it. Was that opening kickoff song?
Like I just remember you couldn't see behind you because of the camera being so close. So you just be like, "I got this," and all of a sudden you just get slammed.
It's almost the camera is almost like heavy, like close third.
It's like over the shoulder. Yeah,
yeah, it's really weird. But the trailer for Helldivers 2, again, reinforcing that it's coming to Xbox. Sony also on their site right now is saying, "Hey, play this on Xbox." There's a whole ad campaign on their own website for that, which is interesting. But at the end, there's a bit of a nod towards ODST, which is Halo 3. The extra content there, the extra release they did, which at that time they did the ODST release, which is kind of like its own separate storyline. You don't play as Master Chief. You play as one of these orbital drop shot troopers, and it came with the multiplayer disc too, which was one of the reasons I bought it, because my disc was the Halo 3 like DVD had the cracks in the middle and it was stopped working, so I just bought that, and it had all the extra maps and stuff on it. But that's a big thing for Halo. All of a sudden now crossing over with Sony's, you could say one of their biggest games. I mean, there's a chance that Helldivers 2 after this release, we might hear 20 million copies sold of this game. And they don't have Sony doesn't have a lot of like single game 20 million sellers. That's not like typical for them necessarily. So Helldivers 2, one of their biggest games, with Halo, arguably Xbox's biggest game in terms of brand awareness and it being there since the beginning of the Xbox, crossing over. People are saying now the console wars are over because of it. That's the thing that did it.
peace has been made in our time.
That's the thing that did it. Is here's the part about that though. We still don't have Master Chief showing up on PlayStation. We still need that to happen. I already played Helldivers 2. I don't think I'm gonna pick it up for Xbox, but I did pause for a moment when I saw this because I said, hold on, I might have to at least go back to it to check this out. If it's a bunch of ODST and Halo themed equipment, that'd actually be kind of interesting to check out.
I mean, it kind of fits. ODST had firefight mode, which was just endless wave survival.
That was another big thing for it, was the firefight mode. I remember that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you played a lot of Helldivers 2, didn't you, Evan?
Only at the beginning. I haven't really kept up with the expansions.
Okay. I don't know if this just this at all caught your eye. I know you're not like the big Halo person, but I don't know if something like this, a crossover, made you look at it or anything.
No, I would need the bulk of my friends to go back to playing for me to want to play it.
Oh, yes. The other thing with that is, yeah, I mean, this is going to have cross-play, I think cross progression as well. But yeah, you're right. You definitely want a nice group to be able to go through it with. Because I will say the people in Helldivers 2 are actually pretty nice. Like for the most part, you jump on there, and if you're not great at the game, I've had experiences where, I mean, someone almost dragged another person to the end just about to get them out of there. So it's it's a more welcoming community, and maybe that's just because it's not a PvP game. Like it really is just about cooperation.
I mean, I sometimes treat it like a PvP game.
But I guess you kind of can, right? You can technically wipe out the people you're with, wipe out your friends. But this was just noticeable because so many people were shocked by a crossover like this, and it just makes me think that Halo is coming to PlayStation here soon. So we'll see. Okay, so there are two really big topics we had for tonight, and one is funny because, well, it's not really funny, but OJ, you were shocked that this game came up. Roblox.
As a Roblox dad too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
My daughter is really hardcore into Roblox.
Oh man, okay, hold on a minute, because this is there's a lot of stuff that's happened in the last week for this game.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Got a quick reminder why Nintendo hates doing very open online situations.
I'll tell you the moment
I was not happy with the stuff that I heard that I researched. When I found out about this, I was like, there was some steam fuming from me. So gotta have a talk with my daughter later.
Oh, you didn't know that Roblox is Creep City?
No, I did. but I did not know all of the extra details now that's been coming out with what's happening. I didn't know about that. Like I knew that, yeah, there was like an issue, and I knew that there, and I've spoken to her about it, but I didn't know. It goes pretty in depth. I've watched a few videos and I've looked at a few different things in their response, and I'm definitely not happy with the response.
Yeah. Okay.
The news around this has been crazy. There's a lot to it as well now since just the last week. And I pretty much, as soon as I start to see this happen, and I realized one of my kids asked about Roblox, I was like, I should probably look into this. And it is quite wild what's going on. So apparently there was a person on YouTube, and they're a big YouTuber and stuff. Schlep is what I think that's how you pronounce it. But they were going around, and they're basically running To Catch a Predator, but within Roblox, setting up these people and then getting them on camera publicly and everything, and going through that whole process, right? Just basically outing a lot of these people on Roblox, and Roblox was not happy about that. So essentially saying that it was vigilante behavior, and basically got them out of there, which sounds okay. So the thing with Roblox, it is a publicly traded company. I think sometimes people forget this, and it is an incredibly valuable company. Is worth a lot of money. And I think so we talk about the live service games. I think Roblox is the biggest one out of all these, like Fortnites and Apex Legends, anything that really connects people socially through these games. Roblox, I didn't realize until I looked up some of the stats, like 250 million monthly active users on this thing. And it's kind of like it's just like its own universe almost at this point.
It's what Fortnite's trying to become, basically, in terms of just everything modular and just tons of stuff going on.
Yeah, it should be a cautionary tale at this point.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
Gotta pay attention to
looking
it.
at. Yeah, but when you group that many people together, just the law of averages says that you're going to have some bad actors and some craziness going on here.
The law says you're going to have a lot of bad actors when you get that many people together.
The best way to ruin something is just to give it to everyone else.
Yeah.
But in that case, I'm thinking if I'm Roblox, I'm the people who are in charge of safety and stuff on the platform, that you would have this person as almost like an ally in that whole situation, and I get the.
There's a lot of legal issues with it if you've looked into To Catch a Predator, and the way it got pulled off because they went after that assistant district attorney who ended his life on camera, I think, in that moment. And was sued and lost a lot of money for an undisclosed amount when they settled out of court. Like, I don't know if Roblox wants to be that company.
It's like they did a good job and a bad, like, in my opinion, they shouldn't have just nuked him. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the bad idea, to just nuke him off there. They should have spoke with him and then see what they can do to, moderate, because I understand what what Evan said, and I remember that episode of How to Catch a Predator. I watched that live, and then I remember what happened afterwards and everything. Yeah, that dude did end his life, and that's going to get you in legal trouble. That can, especially if you talk about kids, and this gets really, really complicated. But I don't think that it was a good idea to just remove him. They should have spoke with them first. They should have seen what they can do. I know they already have their stuff. They collaborate with with law enforcement, but I think that doing that, and then now you have other content creators that are now bowing out of the program, and everything. So that's like, to me, it was too much too soon. They should have tactfully went about it a little bit better,
Yeah, I mean, can't the police also not take that super seriously? Because I remember there was like a thing on Kick for a long time where people would go and like catch a predator, and like it wasn't really done right, I guess.
It's a legal fine line depending on where you are, because I think there were some states that had issues where some of the people that To Catch a Predator caught got released because it legally didn't match. But the whole point is to make them start the conversation, because if you push the conversation, which for content some of these people did, that is entrapment and it is an issue.
Yeah.
Jump in, and this may have been said, sorry, some things have been frozen when you guys were talking. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So Schlep did work with law enforcement, and he didn't do things in an incorrect way. Because like when I look at it too, I remember the To Catch a Predator and like the Chris Hansen things and all that. I think that was mentioned. He did do things correctly. Not all people that do that do it correctly, but he definitely did. And the way that Roblox like responded, is really gross. And I, you know, my brain like tries to think logically, okay, from a corporation standpoint, if they put their hands in anything and don't just completely wipe it, and there's liability there regardless. But, you know, it makes sense on their side. But I really wish that they were proactive about protecting the kids, since it is such a child-focused platform. And I know that there's adults that play it too. Obviously, there's weirdos in increasing amounts there. But it's, I don't know. I really wish legal was more involved with this.
They said there was 64% of the audience is under the age of 13, I believe, is what they said the stat was on the website. So
we should not
yes,
have
it is majority kids. Yes.
We should not have under 13-year-olds. Like,
I don't think that should be a thing.
That's gross.
I don't think they should be allowed to do that. I mean, because there's voice chat, there's like so many things.
Yeah,
like that.
I don't think that should be a thing. Under 13 online connected with people with voice and all that shouldn't even be a thing, or it should be heavily moderated, right?
Well, yeah, I feel like if there's anything social, like they have to be like 18 or something, because like you are exposed to such bad shit through that. I guess it's like a parenting thing,
which again is why Nintendo are the way they are.
Right. Yeah. But then it's like you see this stuff and it reinforces it.
So here's the stat that they put out there, and the argument: 64% of the user base grew up with the platform. Like they have like long accounts, so they started below the age of 13 and they grew with the platform and are now above the age of 13. So the idea is Roblox been around for so long, people were like 7 or 8, I guess, when it was starting to come around. And then they just, as they went along, they got older and older, obviously. And the idea being they are still predominantly below the age of 18 for their entire user base, basically. Yeah. So they have an entire post that they had to put out because they're also being sued, which the Attorney General, Liz Morrell, filed a lawsuit accusing Roblox of being unsafe for children. So this
sounds like it is.
This is interesting because there's also been a lot of stuff around the age verification thing that's going on online right now too.
The identification and stuff.
Yeah, YouTube just enabled that, and that's a whole thing. So I almost wonder if this is going to tie into that later on as well as this case goes along. Roblox might be the thing that just starts trying to push that idea across the internet, like in the US completely.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the whole Elsa Gate thing a little bit too, but this might be a little bit more serious, but that was pretty serious too.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Well, my daughter, I remember seeing that. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, what the? This is popping up on her Kindle. It's freaking weirdo cartoons made by complete weirdos. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, get this crap off of here. Oh man, here we go.
The problem isn't even just the people saying the voice chat. It's not even just the voice chat. So this whole situation made me feel like my parents when I was playing games like Mortal Kombat and stuff. And I'm like, it's cool. At that time, it was just, it's hyper violent, but there's no interaction necessarily online with stuff. But I heard of Roblox. I've seen the icon on the Xbox. That's about as far as it goes for me. Like, I really don't know a lot about the game at all. So I kind of felt like my parents did back when I was playing all these different games or getting from the rental store and stuff. And they just didn't really look into it. My dad played like Doom, Age of Empires, and Wolfenstein. That was kind of it, right? So all the games I was getting, even for the PS1, it didn't really know. So I start looking into the Roblox stuff, and there are some crazy rooms and games in this thing where I'm like, whoa, what in the world? Like it's something that I don't even know how YouTube would feel about me saying them out loud. There's there's a certain island that people set up on there.
Starts with the E?
There's yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's how would I say this? Because it sounds crazy.
Probably not.
I'm trying to think of how I say that without YouTube going, hold on a minute, what's this stream about now?
The majority of that stuff, though, is like, I feel like that's what happens with user-generated content. And that's also why you can't have kids on there.
Can you put it in the private chat? Sorry, Joseph. Sorry to interrupt. I just want John to put the name of the private chat real quick. Go ahead.
We're gonna get our StreamYard account banned. What the?
Yeah, I think I can put it in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. They started listing. There was a whole report about this, and they started listing them. There it is. I'll put it in there. It's a public. There you go. So picture that with the Roblox audience.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's one of the games. Which, by the way, I have to look to see. They said it had a significant audience that had joined that room.
There's a lot of creeps on there.
Yeah, somebody in the chat.
Wow, I have. Yeah, I got it. That's crazy.
So it's this is the thing. I start going through it and learning this, and I'm like, well, I guess that
shouldn't even be a thing.
That stick with Minecraft.
That type of stuff should be. But why isn't Roblox taking down that stuff? Should be taken down immediately.
There's just like 2 mods and one guy worth $1 billion.
That's the real question, though. Is why wouldn't that's where the moderation you feel like would come in, and you'd be like, okay, we're predominantly minors in this game and kids. Maybe that shouldn't be a room that exists on this platform. So you're removed, and then that's what then leads to this person on YouTube going around and trying to run these, I guess, sting operations or something, and with working with law enforcement, as you said, Celia, and then that's just what that's going to turn into eventually. Eventually, people are going to be like, okay, I guess we got to do it ourselves. And then what happens if anyone looked at Roblox stock over the last couple of days, it just fell off a cliff. They lost, I believe, $12 billion in valuation.
They're about to suddenly care. That's basically what's happened, because previously, there's been a lot of complaints about Roblox. I haven't followed everything, but I know that there's a lot of issues, I guess, morally with like child labor of them, making things on the game.
They're making the games, yeah.
Yeah, like the children are making this, and creepos are making things in this game, and that is the economy of what they're fostering. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of complaints about a lot of things, and the creeper situation that's been happening right now, it's been going on for a really long time. I heard like last year and a few years ago, and I just feel like it's been kind of a problem for the better half of this game's existence. No, it's not better half, but like more popular, I guess, of this existence. And it's terrifying. So hopefully $12 billion makes them, add safety features where they can protect their users.
Also, quick reminder, payment processors aren't going after Roblox right now either. So,
oh yeah.
Oh my God.
They're cool with it, I guess. They're fine with that.
Selective.
I hate this.
It's fun stuff.
Selective money transactions.
I'll tell you when they messed up is Chris Hansen getting involved now.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
It's over.
He's like, I'm getting involved.
Oh my God.
Apparently he's doing
Gets up out of his chair, puts on the outfit, and is like, I'm back.
Apparently it's I guess this Schlepp person is going to do a documentary with Chris Hansen.
See,
which is crazy.
This is like the Streisand effect. They should have never done that to that Schlepp dude, because now he's gonna be like, all right, y'all did that to me. Okay, I'm gonna bust your ass right now with Chris Hansen. And it's gonna make them even look worse. They should have never done that.
It'll be real bad if it's Chris Hansen with this like some kind of Dateline report on Roblox and it's on public TV and like actually on TV. That's gonna
How to Catch a Predator was like must-see TV back then. A lot of you guys maybe didn't catch it, but I'm telling you, it was the best thing on TV back then.
It was that and Cheaters. Those were the two best things.
But
oh my God, Cheaters.
Cheaters is great because the guy got stabbed in an episode.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I don't know. How to Catch a Predator just seemed like it was, because like Chris Hansen made it like, it wasn't funny, but it was like funny. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's because he was so deadpan serious when
he like dude's eating a pizza and he's like, hey, pull me a slice. Like he just walk in and say some type of stupid segue into
if you look it up and you look up, I think Ratman was one of the repeat people who kept showing up.
You're a repeat customer for man.
That's crazy.
To the point where he had that moment where he saw him and he went, oh hey, and just sat down in front of him. Whoa.
There's no resistance at all. Some of them would try to like escape and stuff. And
some of them try to run. They take off. They get tackled by like 3 cops.
Oh yeah, some big dude would just hit him in the yard. It was over.
Some linebacker just out of the bush.
Oh man, no, I ain't gonna say that one time, but one dude did kind of walk in and not enough clothing. Remember that one where the dude walked in like.
That was awkward. That's awkward.
Like,
I mean, he still played it all fine.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, just the casual nature is so good.
There's 8 billion people in the world. There's a small percentage. You're gonna find some weird people. It's the way it goes, unfortunately.
I think it makes sense though that he like this YouTuber guy nearly took it into his own hands on Roblox because there was such little help from like actually the team. So like stuff that just is gonna happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that guy. That's why I'm saying they should have never done that to him, and they should have worked with him.
Totally.
Yeah, not ban him because he's doing a good job protecting the kids and outing these people that are that. This is disgusting. Like I said, as a father who has a kid that plays it a lot, my daughter's 13. You know, I try to tell her the best things that I know. She's smart and her mom tells her stuff, but you never know, right? You never know what's going on when I'm not there, when I can't see it. So overall, like I said, when I saw all this stuff, because I just got caught up on the guy, the slept guy or whatever, and all the stuff, it pissed me off, man. I was like, oh my, okay, what's going on here? Like he's actually doing some work, and I get it, liability stuff, but you don't just nuke his account like that. You don't do that. You got to do it a different type of way. You got to, because like this is sensitive, man. This is important. This is really, like I said, it's children, you know?
Yeah.
So you've got to move a little bit better than they moved, and they're not moving right now. In my opinion, they're not. That was a bad idea, and I think it's gonna bite them in the butt for doing that.
They need to lose 12 more billion. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Omega says Schlepp was a victim as a kid and wanted to try to do something about it.
Oh my gosh.
That's really good.
Schlepp was they sent him a cease and desist. And they had enough of that. Roblox did. So
that's insane.
What was the cease and desist say? Like, how dare you help children?
Why would you protect kids?
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
Bad idea. They're gonna if this documentary comes out, or if they do this with Chris Hansen, and it's gonna make it look worse. I'm telling you.
Well, wouldn't they if they were suing him? Oh no, it's cease and desist. I was like, wait, if there's a lawsuit, discovery period. Let's see how much weird things.
They don't want any of that, because I mean, if you can just be like, all right, give us the logs, give us
us everything.
Well, there is a lawsuit though that's coming through. So
yeah, the attorney general. I mean, you get that involved. They're gonna go through discovery. Could be crazy for this thing.
No, it makes me sad.
If there is like you said, logs or evidence of them will knowingly turning the other way about like that'd be ugly. That would get ugly because it's all about monthly active users and growth to build their evaluation, especially because they were working to go public on the stock market, and that wasn't even that long ago. I remember when they went public, I think they were valued at like a $40 billion company. And part of that buildup were how many, active users do you have? How much do you think you're going to make over the next so many years? And a lot of that comes down to getting people on the platform and keeping press or issues like this in their mind that would make headlines quiet or just non-existent. So if there was a problem, they definitely weren't going to make it known as they're trying to build up to go public and have a high valuation.
Children, shareholders.
I mean, it's sad, but yeah, that's what it comes down to for them.
If nothing else, at least this gave this problem more visibility, though, and it's like educating people who might have not known about it previously.
But the crazy thing is that Nintendo doesn't have anywhere near as many as the monthly users, and it still happened like with Flipnote and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it still happened with even
every little minuscule
base.
Yeah, every little time they're like, let's pull back a little bit. And let's go back. No one talk to each other.
You can only imagine how prevalent it is if it happened in Flipnote a bunch of times, and it happened in Miiverse. It happened in Miiverse on the Wii U. Like there's barely anybody that's even on that. And now you got 200 and something million people, active users. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I mean, obviously it's not everybody. So I don't want to say everybody on there is weird, but it's too much. Like one is already too much, right? Like even if it happens just one time, that's a problem. But it's going to happen more than one time. It's going to be a number of times. So yeah, this is a big problem for them, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone mentioned the your children in chat on Black Ops 6 all the time. The thing with Roblox, because you hear kids on Call of Duty constantly from way back in the day, even on 360. The issue with Roblox is there is a lot of freedom in that game. Like a lot, you can do a lot of stuff in that game. And Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops, there is a lobby that counts down and eventually kicks you out of it after 30 seconds, from the end of the game and stuff. And then that's it. You're out of there.
Well, and COD is a mature game. You are supposed to be 18 at the very least. Roblox is literally for children. There's just very little adults that play that game that aren't.
I mean, they say it themselves, they market it to kids, that it's predominantly a game that they made for kids. So
yeah, and that's fine, but like you have to have so many protective layers in there.
Josie, did you ever play Club Penguin?
Oh yeah, I love
the speedrun of how to get banned off of Club Penguin.
Okay, I remember that. That was a great day. Okay, but in general, like as we reminisce about this, like, of course there was speedrunning to get banned, and as everyone's doing mischief, like I
missed the Club Penguin thing. What was the speed run to get banned?
It was like you could pop in and say poop, and the next thing you know, you're just banned. Like,
it was like that.
Super.
But it was to see how fast you could get banned, and it was a whole thing.
They got down to like milliseconds.
Wow.
Man, the goal to get that world record, that was like the highest Club Penguin honor. But like those games like had a lot of child protections on it. There's a lot of things that you couldn't do or say on there, and it's. Like, I think, with like a lot of people of our generation having kids, like, like Johnny said, you play games, but like you knew nothing about Roblox. It's just kind of one of those things where like, oh, it's a kid's game. I think because like we grew up with those kid protections for things, or there wasn't really any like.
In the form of no internet for a long time.
Yeah, but like Neopets, like it was like, you couldn't really say anything on there, even though you did have like an online community. Yeah, like there was a lot of things where, there were protections in there or something of the sort. And it may have been just limitations at the time. But yeah, your brain doesn't really go to that there's imminent danger there as well. But maybe, like Josie said, like getting more visibility with this might be like, a wake up call for a lot of parents that even if it looks like it's for kids, you should step in and see what things are about if your kid's going online with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't realize there's a whole economy within this game. People make like crazy money if you're talented at design, and like there's a lot to this. What I thought was just a very basic and rudimentary like social game. I basically thought it was Minecraft for the longest time, like something like that, and it's way more. So yeah, there's an interesting moment to try to learn about all that stuff in like 2 days. But there it is. Roblox, see how that I guess goes with them with that lawsuit, and we'll keep an eye out apparently for Chris Hansen making a return. He'll be on TV. The day they drop that trailer online, that's gonna go crazy. Man, let me take a look at some of the chats here that were dropped in. Shout out to Gingerbread Tiger Woods, became a member. We have Cristobal says Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't have YouTube or Hulu apps like before. I heard a workaround is to use the Switch 2's internet browser. Have any of you tried? I have not tried that. People are trying to access the web browser, but YouTube is going to show up on the Switch 2, I think soonish. I don't know about Hulu though. It's hard to say with that one. I think YouTube's going to be. Apparently, they're working on an app for it now, so you'll see a YouTube app on Switch 2 soon enough. Loom Doom says, Celia, the Mina demo is great, but the hammer is hard to use in my opinion. I feel like I always get hit when I try to dodge. Any tips?
Okay, so you can do lighter attacks when you just tap, depending on what controller you use as buttons. And so you basically, what you can do is you can do lighter and then you can dodge roll using the hammer while you're charging up. So once you learn the enemy's attack patterns and they start to approach you, dodge roll, continue charging, dodge back into it and hit them, and you can one-shot them. But also using the quick time, like the shorter attack is great to, I guess farm bones so you can level up. I hope that helps, and I hope you're really enjoying the game on Switch 1 and 2. Well, the demo.
I think a game's gonna do really well, Celia.
Oh God, please! Our studio.
I played the demo. It was very good, and people seem really high on the game right now after that demo drop. So
Thank you. Everyone tell all of your friends about it. Spread the good word of Mina. It's hard to be an indie developer right now.
I told you a text message from one of my friends that's not really online much, but they occasionally text me about like random games and stuff, and they text me about Mina.
That makes me very happy.
Usually that tells me that the game has some reach.
I got my brother on it too as well. I told him like, hey, make sure you get Mina.
Thank you.
This is A. Peterson says, Celia, I'm sorry I forgot your name. So nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, hi. It was great meeting you too. Yeah, that was one of the Spawn viewers that I met today.
Just looked at you and said Spawncast and pointed.
Yeah, he was like Spawncast, and he said, are you who I think you are? And I was like, maybe, yes, no, yes. And yeah, no, it was he watched the Spawncast. He was really sweet. It was great meeting you. I hope you're enjoying Worlds.
Yeah, Kevin, shout out to Kevin. Mecha Omar says, if I don't get some news at Gamescom about Chrono Trigger anniversary celebration, I may have an actual crash out. Well,
prepare for that.
We're hoping to see Final Fantasy 9.
Can you put up the meme with the guy with the hands on the shoulder and they're looking at him like,
oh yeah,
buddy, let me tell you something. Man. Get ready to crash out, Mecha Omar.
Superman, oh man. Josie, how's your hand? Josie Medical Fund. What happened to your hand?
Oh, I was playing Dragon Drive, and one of the worst games I've played. That was crazy. You obviously you have to hold the Joy-Con. I'll demonstrate. I have them here. To hold them here, so you can mouse mode it, right? And so I'm doing it, but your hand the whole time is cranked down, right? And so it's super fast paced. I did it on my lap, and then I did it on my desk because I was maybe I was doing it wrong. And by the end of every game, my left hand was cramping so hard, it was crazy.
Yeah, we brought up the ergonomic issue. Honestly, it would probably be best just to have two tables next to yourself.
Yeah, or two mouse. Because you have to balance it on this thing too. It's so thin. It's terrible. It's terrible.
2 questions because I haven't played the game. So on Game and Talk, Sean said that there's no accessibility features. Is that true?
0.
Yeah, there's an unfortunate Reddit post where a person in a wheelchair says they can't play the game.
Yeah, I crazy. And also Josie, yeah, I did. Did you actually hurt your hand?
Yeah, I went to the gym afterwards, right? I was doing stuff, and it popped. My wrist did not stop popping.
Do that for too long, it messes you up.
In my head, I was like, I got injured at Worlds. Not really, but I hurt myself.
Oh, and cute.
My brain was like, are we twins?
What'd you do?
I'll get a little
grab you for some Pokemon.
You look like Ryu, like you were Ryu from Street Fighter, like you're rapping.
You got into a street fight.
I have a split. It's an old injury, and then I tweaked it.
Did you show you can suck out at Worlds? What happened?
No,
someone hit her with the horn attack.
Wow. Something heavy, weird, and my my wrist kind of twisted, and I went ow, and then I was like, it's fine, and then halfway through yesterday,
you hit him with who'd you hit with the show you can?
I know I didn't, I promise. Anyways, and then my wrist got swollen, and then the medic overreacted and super wrapped up my wrist. Yeah, there's a medic at Worlds. A lot of people have been tripping over a lot of things.
There's medics at all events. I mean, the people just heat stroke and everything. It's bad.
No, but this event, because the lady's I've been really busy, and I was like, oh, and I thought heat stroke also because it's hot in Anaheim. No, people have been tripping over shit constantly, when they were building the convention, during the convention, it's just nonstop. Anyways, yeah, she wrapped up my wrist. She could wrap yours up too, Josie, if you go.
Maybe I'll just show up then for that.
Yeah, just for that though.
Hey, heard you wrap people's wrists. Yeah, no, it was crazy though. I feel like I've never gotten an injury from a game, and I've played all the Wii games, and I wasn't an injury, but it just I've never. I don't know. I just can't imagine. I feel like I'm in pretty decent shape. So that shouldn't be a problem.
Getting old, Josie. Getting old.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah.
22
Over
at the gym every day.
Hang it up.
That's when it starts.
Hang it up.
Wrist is cramping from these shitty ass, not ergonomic. I don't know.
It's all downhill.
Good
control. You're going gray.
Somebody was like, oh, you have to just do it without the strap. And I was just I feel like that makes it even worse.
I played the game, but I didn't have any cramping. But I only played it for about maybe 30 minutes or so. So I wasn't playing it for forever. I didn't have any cramping, but the controls are awkward. It's hard for my motor, like your motor memory, to try to like, not want to like turn the Joy-Con, like when you're trying to just like, but you have to like hold it straight. So it's just like, yeah. And then like, I don't want to do that all day. Like, I don't want to go like this.
Yes.
For, you know what I'm saying? Like, for like
why would
game after game after game after game.
I really think that they should have just like mapped it to like these control sticks as an option, and you can have
right
like
wheel, right analog, left wheel, left analog.
Yes,
would have been an awesome arena game.
Super insane, and the game itself was fun, to be honest. Like, it wasn't bad, but like, I don't know what we're doing here.
Yeah, okay. I think they should have just made it where you use the analog stick to move around, and then specific like oh, you want to go like a speed boost, then you do that, or it's like, just make it
something
like optional.
Not like you're just constantly having to be in this weird like
optional motion, but like constantly doing that is just because the game's cool, man. I think the game's kind of fun, like dunking, and if you can get like the 3-point shot. I'm always just shooting threes. I'm like Steph Curry every time I like shoot a three. I think it's cool, but like the problem is that just like the movement there is just too. I don't know if I want to spend that much energy to play a game.
And then it's also like you look at it and it's so like there's no personality, which is super weird for a Nintendo game. Like, you can high five each other, but it looks like Flip Wars.
Who developed this game? It like
maybe the same people who made Flip Wars, because it really reminds me of that.
It's Nintendo EPD4, so it's the people that made like 1-2 Switch and Ring Fit. It's like the experimental team that they have.
They should have given us another Ring Fit instead of this.
Oh, I would have loved that.
Well, Ring Fit was actually made by like this was made by like 18, 20 people. Ring Fit was actually made by like a lot of people.
One guy in his cubicle.
Time out. I'm like, Mina's made by like 16 people. They could make the game good.
But I don't think
Mina's was made by 5. Okay,
but I don't think Mina's gonna wreck Josie's wrist. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, no, hold on. I'm not saying
challenge accepted. Okay, no, I'm kidding.
You put mouse mode in it, and you have to like
you have to like do this. Yeah, this is how you play the game.
Small teams can make good games. I'm just saying, like, it was not made by the amount of people that made like ARMS or Ring Fit and all that. That's all. It was just made by a small team. But yeah, the control scheme they messed the control scheme up, in my opinion.
We have Mac Mega who says, what will come first, Persona 6 or Persona 5 remake?
The heat death of the universe.
Pickle Rick says, love the cast. What do you think should be the next horror IP to get a single player game? Also, thoughts on the new Hellraiser revival? Shout out RGT. Yeah, RGT is all about the Hellraiser revival. I think it looks cool because they went the first person, kind of slow paced, almost Saw looking kind of game, which I think could work well for another next horror IP to get a single player game. That's a good question. Next horror, because I'm trying to think of which ones.
What, like out of movies?
I think I'd say out of a movie, right? Or just I guess one that has.
I would want it to be something just like off the wall, unique, like just something you wouldn't expect. Just
like Megan.
Okay,
that sounds like it would just be an action game or something.
You just have to TikTok dance. You have to emote at the right times.
Yeah, the Hellraiser game I'm definitely keeping an eye on, but that's Sean's all about that now. Landon Smith says Chris Hansen is working on a doc. Yep, mentioned that with Schlep. Brank says, happy Spawncast. Excited for Legend ZA to be my 4th Switch 2 game. It doesn't look early access. If it doesn't have a release, it's probably early access. Okay, we have Vad C Entertainment saying, what's up? That's weird that they will sit here and protect weirdos in Roblox instead of dividing and sectioning off player accounts based off weird interactions between adults and kids. Hopefully they regulate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a good way to do it, actually. It's just at all the lobbies, you stick to the same age group or something.
Yeah.
But I guess then people can lie pretty easily.
What was the game? There was a multiplayer game. I'm trying to remember which one it was. It was definitely a first-person shooter. And if it detected that you were cheating in the game through aimbots or whatever it was, they wouldn't kick you out of the game, and they would just
a lot of games do this. It's not just for that. It's also if people report you too much for being a piece of shit.
Yeah, they'll put you in
the cycle of just like, these are all the horrible people, enjoy playing against them.
Well, yeah, but I remember cheaters, even they'd put them in aimbot like rooms, basically. They'd start to figure it out and they wouldn't tell you, and they would just start pairing you with people that also were cheating. So this is interesting. And here we go. OJ, are we getting a new Smash for Switch 2? That's from Kenneth Mullen.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate sold 35 million copies. We are getting the new Smash Brothers for Switch 2. It is happening because of money.
91 Gamer Boy says, my friend has a YouTube channel and he showed off Mina and noticed that the setting had 120 FPS. It would be cool to see more Switch games do this.
Agreed. And thanks for noticing. Yeah, Mina runs that in dock and in handheld mode. So
it's a good strategy. Made a lot of headlines.
Yeah, no, that was fun. I had saved Bob's tweet from like a month ago of him complaining that no Switch 2 games used it, and I was like, soon I can say something.
Soon. Let's see. Let's go over to let's talk about what you already mentioned it, Josie. What we've been playing. You've got a whole spiel about Drag X Drive. I guess is that what you've been playing mostly?
That and Splatoon. I got really into Splatoon again, so I've been grinding.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Back into Splatoon.
Splatoon 3 multiplayer game.
Splatoon 3.
Splatoon 3. Hey, it looks good on the Switch too. I mean, it
does
looks good on the Switch 1, but it looks really good on the Switch too.
Yeah, it runs really well too. And the online, there's a lot less issues, which is nice. I haven't really been thrown out too many times, and that was a huge problem.
Oh, really? Okay, so they a little bit better on the online now?
Yeah, I think so. At least for me, I haven't experienced anything.
I played a few matches and it was fine. When they did the update, I played I think 3 or 4. I didn't have any issues, but I was like, okay, cool. Everything's running good. Oh, and real quick, sorry. I said 35 million. I meant to say 36 million, almost 37 million for Smash Ultimate. My bad.
Okay. What about you, Evan? You play anything good?
No, I mean, just Battlefield 6, tried it again. Still not
still not feeling it.
No, I mean, it's just COD at this point. It's whatever. They just added the rush mode to it, and that was so I went into it, and it was that one building basically that you have to go from one end to the other, and it's like, oh, this is Battlefield, so this will be awesome. Blow out walls, and no, most of that building is not destroyable, so it's just a map, and yeah, so it's fine. I saw Weapons. Weapons was a good movie.
Well, you did see Weapons. People keep saying that's a really good, I guess, horror movie. There you go. Make a game out of that.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Some people said it was kind of a comedy too.
It's a little bit of comedy. It's a little bit of thriller. It's not what you would exactly think, but definitely watch it before looking too far into it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, people have been hyping that movie up a lot. So, what did you just go see it at the
one near me? Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think which theater. We have so many around here. There's so many theaters. My gosh, and we don't even live in a big city or anything.
Nah. To be clear, because I know a lot of people in the chat and comments later are going to be like, "This guy's a piece of shit for hating Battlefield." I get people are going to like it. It's just not for me specifically. I liked the older ones. This doesn't feel like that to me. So, but it'll probably have a much bigger community because COD has a bigger community. So,
okay. What about you, Celia?
So I've been playing some PS3 games.
Nice. Which ones?
Yeah. So currently I'm playing LA Noire. I'm going through all the games that I missed out on. So fun fact about me, once I hit the PS2 era, I stopped buying new games. That was it. So when PS3 and Xbox 360 were making their rounds, and even with Wii U, I just didn't buy those consoles. So I have a whole, and Wii too. I've missed a lot of generational games. And so I've been going through them. So yeah, LA Noire is really funny. I get the press X to doubt meme joke that's been in existence.
You've experienced it. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you wanted to play this PS3 version when there's a remaster on current systems?
Because I got a PS3 and I want to play it as it was intended.
Which PS3 did you get?
15 frames per second. Okay, no.
I don't know. It's kind of roundish on the top.
Oh, the old one.
Yeah, I got.
Is it shiny? Is it like shiny black plastic or is it matte black plastic?
It looks a little. It's like.
Is
matte,
it reflective?
Yeah, it's matte.
It's okay. So it's not piano.
Okay, so that's not the
shiny.
It's a slim.
I think it's a slim.
Probably. Yeah, it's a slim.
But yeah, I got it from Ryan. He was really sweet about that. So I've been playing the games. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, I've been playing that, and I just got a key for Off. Off is it's a published game by Fangamer, and it's first physical, I guess, in digital release for modern. It's like a cult classic game. It looks very I don't know how to describe it. It almost looks Undertale-y, but it's not, or Earthbound-y. It's very bizarre and unique, and there's spoopy elements to it. I don't know much about it, but all of the things I've seen about it are really cool, and the pixel art is really. it's not it's very unsettling. I think that's the best way to describe it. And so I'm really curious what the game is. So I'm gonna play it when I get back home.
So you're experiencing the PS3 library for basically the first time?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I missed out. So like, yeah, okay. So like, okay. So going back to that, the X to doubt joke and all that, it's very interesting to see what early mocap looks like. Cause, that's like that game, like, that was like a big deal when it came out, right? That was like really early technology for games.
The micro facial expressions, yeah.
Yeah, okay, but like it's really funny because like, you're looking at your notes and you're looking at the person, and you're like, I wonder if they're hiding something, and they're sitting there like, and you're kind of like,
it's always when
like, okay.
Yeah, they talk and then they end their statement and then they just make a face and you're just,
like
I don't even know.
Because
I don't even know which games to even like suggest to you.
Little Big Planet. Those games mog.
I'm not sure what kind of games to even. I don't know. What do you? Because I would have not expected LA Noire. That's not what I was expecting you to tell me.
My next one is why? It's so fun. I like making my partner drive. Like I like go to the car and then immediately press triangle and like make him drive. It's like, oh, you know the way. Because I can't drive in the game. I don't know why. Like I'm really.
I could throw some games at you. I don't know.
I mean, you can. I will play them. Yeah, like I have Heavy Rain lined up. I have like a bunch of games.
Okay. What about
anything
Stranglehold?
in the Infamous line?
Oh, Infamous. Have you played those?
No, I've not played any of the Infamous games.
That's a cool one. What about Stranglehold?
No, I don't even know.
That was. I know a lot of people played it, but that was weird. Have you ever watched any John Woo films?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll
What about there's a really good Wolverine game that never left that generation.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what it was called. What was that called? I mean, do you remember? It was a really good game, like an action style game. Have you played Catherine?
Catherine. Wait, Full Body?
Yeah.
I beat that on Switch. I played that one already. Sorry, I paused and I was like, that sounds familiar. I think I definitely played that.
That was the X-Men Origins one, right?
Yeah, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Apparently it's rare or it's expensive.
It's very good. I have it right there. It's very good. It's a very good
it's
game.
running about $89 to $90 on eBay.
Is it really?
For a loose copy. Yeah.
Let's go. All right, good stuff. That's a really good one though.
I've been recommended Sly Cooper. I've been recommended. There's like a lot of games that I missed out on. The early Uncharted series, I haven't played. I've only played 4. I beat 4.
Wow. Okay.
I just never played 3, 2, or 1.
Okay.
I don't know. There's like a bunch of games, but anyways, I have like a big stack of
good stuff.
Games I need to play. Isn't that fun? I think it's cool.
It's a good generation to
PS3,
discover. You didn't have to sit through the first like half of the generation before they started before they got going.
Yeah, no, I just jumped into PS4 with Persona 5. So yeah, that was my first on that.
Wow, that's good stuff. Oh,
yeah.
All right, cool. Good. What about OJ? What'd you play? Anything good?
Just been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, trying to do 100% run. So
you're trying to 100% that thing. That's
I'm almost close. I'm 55 hours in. I'm really close to the end, and I have over like 600 something bananas. So I'm getting close. I'll have it done. I have pretty much everything, all the fossils, everything like that. I just kind of went back and did some cleanup, and I'll probably beat the game tomorrow. I just haven't had as much time to play. I've only played it for a few hours this week, but I'm gonna probably finish it up this tomorrow.
Okay. I did finish Mafia: The Old Country. It is done. Took 12 hours to beat it. And I think I had like half the trophies. I thought about do I really want to do it? You got to beat it on hard mode to get one of the trophies. Like, do I feel like playing all the way back through this again? Not really. But the end.
You should have played on hard mode from the beginning.
I didn't know it was. I just started. I just hit
start
accept all
every game on hard mode, John.
Apparently, I should have done this one.
You've been playing games for like what 30, 40 years. These games, like, look, listen, the normal mode in a lot of these games is actually the easy mode. The hard mode is the normal mode. That's how it is in most games today. Like legitimately, it's not even hard anymore. On the
you do got to be a little careful because sometimes hard mode is just bullet sponge, and that's just not even fun anymore.
But not in a game like Mafia: Old Country.
Maybe.
Really, bullets? Not from what I saw.
There are some games that's also accuracy of your enemy. So like you just pop out and you just instantly get headshot. And you're just dead.
Every game that I've played, that I've been playing, man, the normal modes are just really easy.
Well, I started up after I beat this, and then instead I started up Mafia 2, because they basically, if you look at it, it connects basically directly almost to, Mafia 1 and then 2, but it's very clear Mafia 2 is where a lot of the references are. So it's like, I haven't played that. I've played, so I played 1, then we got 2. So I played the definitive. I'm trying to think of the last one I played. I played definitive edition. Before that I played 3 and then 2. So I just went back to 2. So I haven't played the definitive edition of 2. That's how long ago it was that I played 2. It was back in, that 2011, 2010, something like that. So I fired up 2 again. These games only take 10 to 12 hours. They're relatively quick games. So I kind of want to play 2 now after that. But it was good. The only thing that's the problem with these Mafia games, they are some of the best 7 out of 10 games in the marketplace. They are. Mafia the Old Country has a good story, good narrative, good character animations, mocapes, whatever. Like, it's all, the presentation is great, but the gameplay is just so basic. It's so, like, the shooting, the cover fire stuff. It's all the stealth. It's all stuff you've seen and done before. And the fun part was just seeing how the story plays out, because it's very good. And it kind of turned out how I was expecting, but it was good to see it actually play out correctly, and they didn't cop out, I guess, at the end. So I liked it. Good game. I think people are going to wait for it to go on sale, and that's fine, because it's a $50 game that's 12 hours long. I get it. But if you see it for $20 during the holidays coming up, I think it is a very, very good pickup. Okay. You see it on that Black Friday sale. So, especially if you really like the mafia mob kind of storylines, it plays into it well. I just like it's like 1900s and like Sicily, and they're trying to leave and come to America. That was like the dream he had in the beginning, and that's what it was all trying to build up to. So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. And got everything there. Let's go over. I do want to mention this because it came up, and I see a lot of discussion around it, and I'm curious. The second screen patent got updated. All right, and this like exploded on Twitter X more than I thought it would. I think Mike Odyssey posted that it was updated, so I took a look at this patent because I was kind of curious. Let me see what we got here, just to find out. And I was going through it. First off, are people still into the idea of the 2-screen setup? That's the thing.
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
I'm not. I'll be honest. I don't. We already got that. We had 3 generations of that. The DS, the 3DS, and the Wii U. So I'm kind of over it. I'll be honest.
Are people interested in the dual? Josie, are you interested in the dual screen setup for new games, or to play the entire back catalog of DS or 3DS?
Play the back catalog.
Okay, that's what I was curious. Are people thinking this would be cool for new games, or this would be cool so I can play, so we can get maybe that NSO section for DS?
Yeah, I think that's what my thought is, and I think most people just would be nice.
Okay. That's kind of what I was assuming, but came up again because this patent got updated, and I was taking a look at this patent, and so the thing with patents in general, it doesn't necessarily mean that something is going to come from it, because they have ideas and they want to put it out there and just kind of not have it locked up, but at least have their ideas set up in paper form, basically, for filings. So maybe they have an idea for the hinge or how to attach or something like that. They just want to go ahead and get it official. Sure, I get it. But this patent doesn't really describe the Switch 2. It kind of describes a new system. And that's the thing that's weird to me. I kind of feel like this is maybe something they've played around with before in the past. Like, the first updated patent that this is referring to is 2022. So it was after the Switch 2 was in development, which started in 2019. And it kind of mentions 2 separate screens that come together for one system, or separate to become 2 paired systems. And the mechanism is really weird how it would connect, because it connects, but it's still on a hinge. So it could open up, but then there's a screen on the outside as well. And then there's multiple cameras, apparently, for stereoscopic recording. So 3D images. So you kind of see, this is like such like a grab bag of, like, I had to go and look and compare what's different and what they added. And they added a lot of stuff, for Wi-Fi protocols, to Bluetooth, to the idea of these cameras with depth perception. So This is, I don't know what this is, but I don't think it's the Switch 2.
Imagine if they bring back the DS line.
That'd be crazy.
They won't, but like I want that so bad. I love having a dedicated handheld, and I know that the Switch 1, 2, and the Lite family and all that stuff, you know, it's that's what it replaced. But I don't know. I like clamshell. I think that's cool.
I do too, but don't you think they'd be like splitting their development? Like
yes, I don't care. I miss it. Because like I don't know, it was just I don't know, like if you think back to the days, you know, like, you know, we had our DS and then we had our like formal console or like even Game Boy, you know, if we're even going back further, you know, like those games were less expensive than console, you know, the development times were shorter and there was a constant influx. And I know we have a constant influx of games, but it would be a new opportunity to like highlight the shorter adventures that could be, I don't know. I want more avenues to be able to play games and I like handhelds. So that's just me being excited about things.
You know, crossed my mind for a moment was like a DS or a 3DS Classic or something. Because I was just trying to figure out what they were doing with this. And all I could think of is it's just a patent for ideas that they have. And they just kind of threw it all into one. Because it goes so much further than describing a screen that would attach to your Switch 2. And at one point, they even mentioned the Switch 2 top port isn't equipped to output video. But I think it was more... it's not equipped to output video to your dock, not necessarily that it can't send information to a separate screen to then put out some kind of image. That Retroid Pocket 5, they released a second screen for it, but apparently there is some serious lag to the screen, and that uses a similar idea of, we'll connect to the top port and show you a second screen that can close clamshell design, and it hasn't gone over the best so far with launch. So I don't necessarily know how this would work out for Nintendo if they even went that route.
Oh, wait. Did they just file a clusterfuck to make sure that if anyone does figure out something better, they can be like, nope, we own that?
Probably.
Well, the patent itself, it's filed, but I think there's still a process you have to go through to get it locked in for an invention or something. So you might be right, Celia, in what they're doing here, but it's incredibly specific. Like the amount of text that they put here, there's a lot.
It has to be. So like if there's something that stepped ever so slightly on their very specific thing, there's no challenging that, especially for Japan's laws. But I don't know. I want to look at this because I want to see what the implications for it would be. But it does feel like that. I was really hoping that it'd just make a DS, but the moment you said that someone else has done it, I'm like, oh, wait, duh, legal. I'm just being silly.
I mean, it just, the Retroid thing like just came out. They announced it, I think, earlier this year, and it just came out, or it's about to come out. I saw a couple people on YouTube who cover a lot of the handhelds started to put videos up showing it off. And I was curious because I have one of the Retroid Pocket 5s. It's very good handheld.
Okay, it recently came out. When was this filed?
This Nintendo one, the filing just got updated. I mean, this is referring to it's updating a patent from like 2022, and this filing went in, I think, in effect May, and then it became public like 2 days ago.
Okay, when was this announced? I can look this back in my time, but I'm very curious if it
the Retroid top, the second screen. I think that was a few months ago.
Okay, interesting. If you walk back legal, I'm just curious about this. Okay, I'll look into this and I'll report back later.
I mean, this patent is like way more in depth than what the Retroid screen is. Like I mentioned, there's a lot happening here with this thing.
Yeah, obviously this isn't reactionary, but like I'm just curious if they included that part just to like smudge out other competition too. Okay, I'm just curious. Okay.
I mean, they have like shoulder buttons, joysticks. They got face buttons on this thing from Nintendo. It like I said, it kind of describes its own like a new system. So it's very weird. It's very interesting. Maybe an idea they thought they might have for the thing after the Switch 2, and they just decided maybe not because they tried it out in R&D and they're like, yeah, that's not a good idea. Let me go over to Sean Layden. Sean Layden had an interview. And this didn't go over so well, which I do want to also bring up some Gen Z stuff over here, Josie. Okay. This is important stuff here, all right? So Sean Layden had an interview with GamesIndustry.biz, and it didn't necessarily go over so well online because of some of the stuff he was mentioning around game prices. which he does mention that game prices should have gone up every generation. And I had to think about that for a minute. I'm like, all right, he's talking about from the PS1 onward, because he was there until, like going through the PS4 generation. So PS1, PS2, PS3, and then PS4. PS1 was like, those were $45 to $50 games, for I remember. Some were more expensive if you had multi-disc games. Average was like 50. If that's the case, and we went up every generation $10, we'd be talking about $90 games right now. So in his mind, that's where we should be, because of the budgets being so high now, as opposed to back in he even mentions like the PS1 days. You can sell a couple 100,000 copies, you'd be fine. Now it's like you need 5 million copies or you're in trouble. He even says back in the PS1 era, there were more sports cars in the parking lot than there were during the PS4 days. I guess alluding to the idea that the developers are buying sports cars because everything's successful then. But the idea of the pricing going up for all these games is not a great idea necessarily, because we had some statistics come out. This was shared from Matt Piscatello over at Circana, and he'll at times, I've noticed, pull stats from different time periods for age groups. And he did that recently for 18 to 24 year olds. And it was then noted, I saw Vice also did an entire article on this, that Gen Z is cutting back on their spending for video games. And when Matt Piscatella showed that average weekly spending for select industries changed from a year earlier, so this would be this year versus last year, Gen Z cut back almost 25% on video games. That's the most that they've cut back on for anything else. It's just video games. So you have on
video
one
games
side,
are a luxury. So
right. But yes, but other age groups cut back on video games about 2%. 2% versus then the 25% of 18 to 24 year olds.
They have less money, and the job market is trash for
Gen Z is getting a lot of my friends just graduated college, and there's zero jobs. There's so many issues with the economy right now. It's like, it's not that they don't like video games as much as like kids used to like video games. It's just the fact that they are probably not living at home anymore from 18 to 24, and they're doing their own thing, and they don't just have extra money to spend to companies that are, indies do pretty well, and like free games, like Fortnite does great with us because it's free. And so
that was the thing I wanted to point out, though, in those two statements, or the statement from Sean Layden about games should be higher in price right now. And again, him saying every generation should go up. We should be roughly $90 for video games right now, according to him. But then you see so Sean Layden, the big thing with him is he's an advisor, special advisor for a couple of big companies. One, you may have heard of Tencent. So the way I look at it is Sean Layden's thinking, if he's a special advisor, is kind of the way that the industry is sort of leaning for AAA publishers and developers and stuff, your EAs, your Ubisofts, and Capcom's been very open at times about how games should also be more expensive. And $70 to $80 now is where we are. So when I hear that, but then I see that the generation coming up right now, entering the job market, is just not buying as many games because of the current climate, you feel like you would want to then adapt in the other direction of maybe these games shouldn't go to nearly $100. Maybe we should figure out something else with it. And that's, I assume, where the free-to-play stuff comes in.
Right.
Broski in general is so out of touch, because him saying that there was more sports cars back in the day. Yeah, like when studios profit shared more with their devs. Like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, there's a reason that everyone, that makes the game, drives like, I don't know, a Honda Civic or something. I don't know. There's a difference, not that anyone's, not doing
job
well,
security is the new bonus.
Yeah, like, congratulations, you're not fired. You get to keep healthcare. Woo, dental. Like, I don't know, man. Like, what the hell is that response of things? It's not the $10 increase that's going to change the lives of devs. But anyways, it's a whole other thing. What Josie said is completely correct. As for our age range of spending, like a reason, not the reason, but a reason of why that we've only gone down 2% is speculated because we stopped buying milestone purchases like our parents did. So people will be renting rather than purchasing their home, and those long-term savings, seem unattainable anymore. So we're more willing to indulge in entertainment things like video games to give us like enjoyment rather than, saving it for something that the goalposts are getting pushed forward. Obviously, there's a lot of other things to it, but that's a reason why economically, like, our spending power hasn't gone down as not spending power, but like our buying habits haven't changed as much. And it's just because we're sad and can't afford houses.
Or if you're into like your late 30s, your 40s, your 50s and stuff, you've also already have a house or you're beyond a lot of that stuff that you would have to save up for almost a decade at sometimes to make that kind of purchase, the down payment or whatever.
A lot of people, like in the cities and stuff, everyone's renting. Like a lot of people are renting, and there's been tons of interviews of people being like, "Yeah, we can't save up for a house or your starter home, and moving into your larger family home that you were planning on getting. It's just not attainable anymore." So yeah, let's enjoy our little treats.
It's not attainable at all. The housing market, California. I mean, obviously other places, it's it might be better, but California, it's
horrendous.
You can't, like, unless you live in Central, like it's affordable where I live. But even now where I live, it's like getting to the point where it's like, oh yeah, you want like a 3-4 bedroom house in a good neighborhood, $500,000. It was never like that, beforehand. But now it's like even like $500,000, 600,000, 700,000. Buying a house it's really bad. And I'm worried for the future generations of how bad the housing market and the interest rates. Oh my goodness. So it's just like people can't even afford it, man. Like I think that's what's happening with the gaming stuff that's going on. People that are already established, if you already have a house, it's like it's easier. Luckily, I got one and other people got one. But for people that don't, it's very unfortunate. And I think that's the reason why, the game sales with the younger generation, it's like can't find jobs. I see people on Twitter all the time. They just graduated and nobody's hiring. Nobody's even giving them a chance. They're working at college degrees, working at like grocery stores. Nothing wrong with working at a grocery store, but they're working at grocery stores. They're working at McDonald's. They're working at places, even with college degrees now at this point.
Yeah. And then half the time those places are just firing their staff too. So like you're not even going to be able to work at a damn gym or something. Like
it's the goalpost. Like it got really sad because I was like thinking about like, if, the advice that I took and that like, the plan that I had to like get to where I am at right now, if I like gave that same advice, that was just 10 years ago to like another like college grad, that's graduating that time of what to do to like be able to save up and like get a house, that doesn't exist anymore. It legitimately doesn't. The goalposts moved for us. And like for millennials, like we were like, we had hopes and dreams. You could be anything. Just go to college and get into debt. It'll be great. I promise, guys. Firm handshakes all around. And then it just went to shit.
It was crazy because I remember back when I got my first house back in 2016, I remember I was making about $23 an hour. And I was like, oh my God, this is so much. I'm good. And I saved so much. And I bought a house on that. That is going to be very difficult to buy a house in today's. Like I was able to save thousands. And I bought a house in 2016. I bought a house making $23 an hour. And I was completely fine. I was like, I had enough for everything that I needed with money left over. So you cannot do that in today's day.
You can barely pay rent on a paycheck.
Yeah, you can barely pay rent with that amount, or you're going to need multiple roommates. I was paying everything by myself, taking care of my daughter, bought a house and everything. And this was just 2016. It wasn't even, it was like that long ago. And it was no problem. I was like, oh, this is great. And now at this point, people I talk to people like security guards, they're making like $20 an hour. They're like, I can't even, they're living in the worst part of town here. They can't barely afford anything,
No, literally.
The cost of everything just went up.
A couple years ago, literally like 2 years ago, I bought my house. And if our thing didn't close, like at the time it did, and the interest rate climbed, if we didn't cut off at that point, it would have been too expensive. It jumped so high. It was ended up being 9%. I think it's now around 8 or 7.25 or something. But that's crazy.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was tripping over mine. Mine's 6. I was like, "Ooh, that's high."
Dude, mine's 5.25. And the day later, literally everything locked in, cool, great. The day later, it shot up, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, so you got it at 5? Okay, you got it at 5.
Okay,
good. I thought you said it went up to 9 and then you bought it.
Yeah. Oh no. I closed, and then it that's when that happened.
Yeah.
I was like.
Lucky.
Days of the Days of the 4% interest gone, huh? Jeez.
Dude, my friend has 3. And I fantasize about that. Like, is that weird?
I used to have that, and I loved it so much. But my wife hated where the area where we lived, so I had to move. I'm like, I'm missing. I had like two something, like two point something. It was so low.
Dude,
but with all this in mind, if you are, say, Josie's age and you're going through all this, why wouldn't you just play Fortnite or any of these free to play games and just not even necessarily have to spend money to play it? You might even still be on the PS4, just hanging out with that playing.
Yeah,
it's kind of like one of those things you look through history and it's like all, like when trends, like, obviously not video games, but like, it's like, oh, and then like that's when blankety blank was like popularized. It's the same thing. Free to play is just, it makes more sense for how things are right now.
Yeah, but I also think I do think there's an opportunity of games like, so Clear Expedition 33 is definitely a disruptor for the market because it was $50 and is a smaller team that made it. And they're happy with selling they made an announcement at 1 million copies. They're like, oh, this is awesome. We sold 1 million copies of this thing.
What a dream. I'm so jealous.
But that's what I mean. It's the idea of, okay, these games don't have to technically have $300 million budget. Because I don't know if, especially now, games that come out in the next, say, 5 years, unless you are a big name where it's like a gotta have it title. And you can look at some of the platform holders or, your GTA 6, but people buy GTA 6 thinking they're going to play that game for the next 10 years. So it's like, what if it's $100, play it for the next 10 years. But unless you're one of those titles, I think that's that $80, that $70 price tag that's got to be daunting. I think that $50 like price with a smaller scope for some of these games, that might be the move. Maybe even 40 if you can get it at 40. But some of these budgets where they go for, hey, we're going to do 400 million because we think we're going to sell this thing at $70 and sell 10 million copies. I just don't know if we're in that kind of a climate right now.
We're not.
Yeah, not with Fortnite or Apex Legends or Call of Duty Warzone when you not pay anything. And it's that social experience, like Josie said, where you just kind of get on and play with some friends for an hour or two and then go to sleep so you can get up for work. It's like, why don't we just do that?
Yeah, and buy indies.
Well, that's the other thing. Indies can come at, like, how many hours have people put into Stardew Valley and the game's $25? Right. Some people say they have 1,000 hours in that game.
Oh yeah, I have 150, 180 hours.
But that's what I mean. People have played that game for years. That's like a lot more value than what you might get out of some of these other bigger $70 games, So indie games definitely fill, I think, a good spot too right now for that, where it's a $15 indie that maybe comes out and it looks fun and interesting and you get 10, 15 hours out of it. That seems more reasonable than, some of these full price $70 or $80 games. And it's going to be tough for some of these companies. Square Enix, their expectations are crazy. So who knows what's going to happen to them. The people were bringing up the Tomb Raider thing where it sold 3 million copies in 4 weeks, and that was a problem for Square. Go ahead, Josie.
I was just saying, I feel like it's really weird that all of their budgets are super inflated, and then it comes out when they don't sell anything like close to it, and then they're shocked, and then the next game, it's the same thing. They're like, oh, we're gonna spend this amount of money, it's gonna sell this amount of copies just to make up the baseline. Like, Hollywood's doing the same thing, and it's super stupid.
It's because the way you fix the problem is to throw more money at it.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Evan. We should do that.
Yeah.
Just take that advice for the Spawncast. Rent out a studio. Get huge.
There it is.
Oh, yeah, that'd be so crazy.
Fly us all out every week.
Yeah,
wait, John, can we do that? Are we rich yet?
Throw money at it.
We need to get one of them like Sirius XM deals. Didn't Howard Stern, he got fired, right? They got $100 million, free.
Wait,
bring us in.
Wait, that's an idea. Let's do it, guys.
We'll complain about problems on air for people.
Excellent. Can't wait.
Spotify or something. We need one of them deals.
Probably cut a deal, John.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, cut a deal with Spotify.
Yeah, John. Why don't you cut a deal with Spotify, John?
Josie could get a house. Like this is the new plan.
Yeah, it's all coming together. I could at least buy some video games. Hey.
Oh my god. We will transition her from free to play to,
I don't know. We might not even be able to afford a house where Josie lives with Spotify.
Dragon Tribe was
Josie's area.
Josie.
Right. I'm about to move. It'll be less.
She can relocation fees is fine.
Drag X Drive was $20. You got 2 hours.
I know. I got cheated.
Wait, class action lawsuit. You got injured.
I did get injured.
I could have gotten injured.
I'll go get my wrist wrapped and make a little Twitter post. See what happens.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
You can go viral on Twitter X. That's a good idea. You should have done that for your video. I mean, you did the whole thing where it was like, it said, what did it say? My it actually did like cause me pain.
Oh yeah, Drag X Drive
wrapped up your wrist
literally.
and stuff. And...
well, no, what was it? Was it Mario Party that they had to give like gloves out for because people would like shake the stick back and forth hard enough and it would give them calluses? I mean, this is the next one, man. This is it.
This is carpal tunnel speed run. That's what happened.
Okay, you know how,
any percent.
You guys know how like with Mario Party, like the original one, when it injured everyone's hands because we'd get blisters. And then Nintendo sent out the logo, like it was like an unbranded glove to like remedy the problem. Mm-hmm. My brain was like, how would they do that for Drag and Drive if people are getting carpal tunnel from
Give you wrist braces.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I just started. I have some, so maybe I'll wear that next time.
The brace.
Yeah, I've been trying to do a kickflip again because I used to be able to ollie during COVID, and so I was like, but I'm not going to break my wrist, so I got wrist braces.
So instead of bracing your fall with your hand, you'll just brace it with like your head.
The back of your head or something.
I'll say,
I wear a helmet.
Roll by a house, might as well end it.
Just you wearing a helmet trying to do a kickflip?
I have to. I'm not going to die. There's more important things. I don't take video. I'm not going to put that anywhere. I just need to be able to do it good enough.
I never wear a helmet to try to kick
solve all my problems with one kickflip.
Listen. You're skating vert. Yeah, you're skating vert. You're skating on ramps. You wear a helmet. But you out here in the front yard wearing a helmet.
Not in the front yard. I have a little area over there that I go, and it's alone.
She's all padded up like Tony Hawk.
I am padded. I have elbow pads and knee pads.
My gosh, that's awesome.
I'm not gonna get hurt. I'm not gonna
get hurt. Looks like the kid out of the Christmas Story, arms out.
That's great.
How's it going with the kickflip progress?
I'll share when I'm ready.
What does that mean?
How many blooper reels do you have to put at the top
of
the video?
Yeah, are you recording yourself learning? Because you gotta do you gotta do that and then do a
Come
supercut
on.
every day if you getting better at it.
The Twitter post.
Have you done a kickflip before?
No, I've just done an ollie.
You should
learning how to do a kickflip. You gotta record this.
Okay, Josie, have you been recording you learning?
No.
Because you need to do like the Eye of the Tiger montage,
I look
royalty free.
I look so insane. I have this big pink helmet on,
That's
and then
what people like.
No, you're not.
Sounds like YouTube content.
No, yeah, Josie, they want to connect with you.
No, healthcare isn't free. Wear your helmet, okay? Like,
right, that's what I'm saying. I can't
make a video for when you fall and hurt yourself. You'll have money.
I can monetize. Perfect.
Monetize your pain. We will all be immortal as content.
I don't think I've ever fell on my head trying to kickflip on flag.
I mean, you can land on the board.
Yeah. Okay, but you could.
Yeah,
you could.
OJ. Yet.
I definitely see some people fall trying to kickflip. That is definitely a thing.
Right.
Okay,
next. Fall, but like crack their head open?
I mean, not that, but they fall and they I assume they know how to fall, so they bring.
I can't risk any of it. I know how to fall. I'm pretty good at falling, but I die. You know.
No, I can understand the helmet and all that. It's just funny.
This is why I don't take videos of it because.
No, you
I took a risk. I told you
I want to see it. Now I want to see
that risk.
Okay, time out. Next too many games. Josie and OJ have to do a kickflip off. I feel like that is important.
Let's do it.
OJ will backflip onto the stage, and then Josie will kickflip onto the stage. And
I can backflip.
That would be cool if you kickflipped onto the stage.
I will grab a board, and I will start practicing again. I used to skate when I was, how old was I? I was 12, and I skated all the way to like when I was like 16 or 17. So.
And how long has that been?
It's been 20 plus years.
Perfect. Kickflip off is on.
For the
you got this.
For the Spawncast Clips channel, this will be the great hard cut to the next week's episode where he has like a cast on and he's just in trash.
I did do a little bit of skating though, like I went to go see my friend in San Diego. So it was like, I think when I was in college, so like in my 20s, we did skate and I was doing stuff then, but it was just for like a weekend. I think that was the last time. So it's been definitely like 15 plus years, not at this point, 15, 20 years.
So we now have to sell to Spotify so Josie can get her house and we can pay OJ's medical bills when he dies getting kick flipped. Okay.
Maybe I should.
I can do a kick. I can do a kickflip.
Death by kickflip.
I can do it. If I die doing a kickflip, I deserve it. Let me just say
you should.
Okay,
you should
let's
definitely
clip
record
it, and then the next part of the video will be your vigil, and it's like,
yeah.
Always Sunny.
I went out on top. If that's the case,
you should definitely record it, because when you finally do the kickflip, you could do it in like slow motion and put the music behind you.
Maybe I'll just like make a TikTok series.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Because those are pretty.
We can find you there too, and don't worry, we'll repost it.
I can't be having attention on this.
No, this is important.
No, this new hobby.
People love this stuff of seeing someone trying to learn how to like skateboard. That's very popular online.
I learned how to ollie in COVID, but I never had like enough flat. Like I lived on a mountain with a bunch of gravel and dirt and stuff, so we didn't. So I did it in my garage, which was pretty huge, and then I haven't done it in 4 years. So
I thought you were about to say you ollied on like an off-road longboard. I'd be like, you got a kickflip, it's fine.
I think everyone people want to learn, or always like, I wouldn't mind learning how to do like kickflip. They just never do it. So seeing somebody else that can live through you learning how to
It'd be so rad.
True, I could get some street cred.
We'd all go, whoa.
I would just go rad.
Just film it, and then whenever you do eventually fall and hit really hard on the ground, you'll have video of it, so you can put that up there. Yeah. That'd be cool.
No, it's good though, Josie. Where are all your protective gear? I'm just messing around. Like if I go to too many games, I'll show you guys all my leg scars from skating.
We can do some Foley work for all your falls, like breaking celery, smashing styrofoam cups. It'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be really great.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, let's see. Let me go to Spawncast mailbag here. Let's see. This is from Larvey, who says, on my third DualSense to get drift, the John or anyone has one. Should I just invest in an Edge because this is getting annoying? Oh, the Edge makes it easy. You can just pop the analog stick out. But yeah, that's 3 of them. If you're 3 in, you would have been able to buy an Edge. Yeah, it's a shame. I haven't had any of my DualSense controllers drift at all, actually. Although I've been using the Edge mostly, so I have one of those replacement sticks. But yeah, Edge is a good controller. It's also $200. Keep that in mind. Trip and Fall says, is Drag X Drive the worst first-party Nintendo release since Star Fox Zero?
I said that in my video.
Is that what you said? Everybody want to switch.
I don't think. Actually, I don't know, because I think that game is a little bit
terrible.
You play with your friends.
Say it, Josie. That game was fire.
I played it with my friends, and I didn't hate it. I didn't like it, but I don't know. It didn't injure me.
It sounds like alcohol helped you have fun with that game. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's a good game if you're pretty drunk. So.
There you go.
That's not a good endorsement. You got to be hammered to like the game.
Just kidding. I don't do that.
I don't drink.
I was kidding.
No, there's a few games that, like, if you're drunk, they're way better.
Yeah, like Guitar Hero.
Mary Kate and Ashley License to Drive is so good if you're really drunk.
Right. You're like drunk driving down the streets of New York.
And you're licensed too. It's fine. I don't know.
Okay. Crusted Keyboard says, kind of a bigger picture question, but do you think Nintendo might spread itself too thin regarding its growth towards different entertainment mediums? Will that make it difficult for its gaming division to keep up its consistency in quality and creativity? It seems like Furukawa has taken a more business-like approach to the company. For like theme parks and movies?
Well, yeah, theme parks, those are different. Those are whole different divisions. So that doesn't affect their gaming, because they've hired like hundreds of developers over the last number of years. So like their employee counts in terms of people that are still making games has went up. Their who they purchased has went up, and so them doing a theme park doesn't interfere with them making the next Zelda game.
And like the movies don't either.
Yeah,
the movies don't either. Internally, Nintendo is huge. Like literally at Worlds, okay. When they were demoing the Switch games, I went over to someone who with a Nintendo Switch 2 shirt, and I was like, "Hey, is NOA here?" Like on the marketing side, because I'm friends with a lot of the third-party marketing people. So and sometimes for activations like in PAX or whatever, they'll like hang out and like be at the event. And I've had this at other events as well. So I was like, oh, I wonder if any of my friends are here. And they were like, yeah. But like I had like a totally like, I guess interesting interaction where I found out that like Pokemon has its own like division of internal NOA as well. Like everyone has their own. So it's a huge company. So they're not dividing resources. They just have giant different departments.
It's just like that fun idea of the guy who makes textures suddenly just like, you're making roller coasters now.
You've been working on Yoshi's Woolly World. Now you get to make this.
Go design the Donkey Kong.
Yumoto's like, you roller coaster now. He's like,
chop, chop.
Figure out this watch that tracks people around the whole thing.
Yeah,
like,
the guy from Alarmo really went into the roller coaster pipeline.
Mr. Alnuma, you've been redesigned. You've been repurposed. Go somewhere else. You're making Alarmo now. Get out of here.
No, but
No more
this isn't a case of any type of redundancy. There's so much shit to do at Nintendo. They have so many departments because they do so many things. So it makes sense.
DC Fat Cat asks, does Darkside Sean have any thoughts on Evo? Does it have the importance like it used to? Darkside Sean is not here tonight, unfortunately.
Sean.
He should make a streaming channel and call it that.
He should.
He just
repurpose table ladders and Sean.
People, yeah, that was good. People were pretty hyped about Evo. I feel like I saw a lot of discussion on that online. So it seems like it still has the importance. See, David asks, let me know what you think of this solution to the game keycard problem. Switch 2 games are put on Switch 1 cartridges, but the files have to install to the internal storage or micro SD express card to run. Now, yes, you're still taking up storage space, but from a game preservation standpoint, the game will be guaranteed to be there when servers shut down. I think there's a fair compromise, so you will have cheaper options, especially for indie developers.
I hate that option. I'll be honest. I hate it. And I get why somebody else has said that to me, but I hate it because I hated that when PS3 and 360 used to just play the game off the disc. And I get it, medium slower. They have to do it for that. But I still hated that they made it to where it installs. That's not how a physical game is supposed to work. And that's not how physical games worked on consoles up until the end of the PS3 360 era and the PS4. Nintendo Switch 1 and now Switch 2, they're still the only current consoles that actually play off of the cartridge. And it's not just as a spinning disc that unlocks it and it's on your hard drive. So I get that. And I get that would maybe fix some things, but I don't want it to where it installs or every game installs. Like I get it, game key cards are bad and I get that, but I just want them to try to make it cheaper and ride this out or charge $10 more or do something when it comes down to it, but don't do that. That's the only thing that I'd say, please don't do that, because I still want to be able to have it not take up hard drive space. But I see what you're saying. I get it, you know.
It's it's tough. These cartridges need to get cheaper somehow. That's what it comes down to.
Well, they just charge a bit more. Like Mortal Kombat, they're charging $10 more. If you want Mortal Kombat on the Switch 2, I think it's is it 60?
60 instead of 50.
Yeah, it's 60. So charge a little bit more. I mean, we had a Switch tax before where they charged a bit for some Switch games. So they're gonna have to do something like that, but just don't do the whole PlayStation and Xbox thing where it's just I got to put in the disc so it verifies that I own it, you know, like, and it's just on a hard drive. That's the only thing I don't want. But I see what he's saying though, man. Like I get it.
Let's see. Varang asks, this is from Vegeta, who says, question, I've been collecting games for a while now. I'm currently working on Game Boy Color Advance. I got the mainline Pokemons. What to hit next? RGT also on 360. What WWE games to make sure to grab? Well, he's not here for that, but the WWE games on Xbox 360 to grab. He was telling me about 2K14, I believe. I think that one has The Rock on the front. That was one he told me to get because I was looking at some of them. And then I think there's some of the SmackDown vs. Raw games like 2010 that people were suggesting to me. Go ahead, Celia, on the GBA question.
Okay, I wanted to actually repeat that. Wait, was he asking in general what games would be good for GBC or wrestling in general?
Or was it Advance?
Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. That's what they're working on right now. They got the mainline Pokemon games. They're asking what to hit next.
Just go for Zelda. Everything Zelda.
Dragon Warrior Monsters for Game Boy Color. I'm playing that now. That like on Game and Talk, and it's by far one of my favorite games ever. It's really good.
I also like the Mega Man Zero games on the Game Boy Advance are very good as well.
Mm-hmm. Fire Emblem games on the Game Boy Advance are delightful. Battle Network for Mega Man is also delightful.
Yeah, those are getting really rare now too. The prices on those keep going up for Battle Network. If you have them in your collection, they're worth.
I have them in box complete.
Am I rich now? Really? All of them?
Not all of them. I have a few of them, but like,
which ones do you have?
I need to double check which boxes still exist. But
I get them to Josie, and she can buy a house.
Woo! Or a video game.
God, I'll show you my collection when I'm back home.
Yeah, I think it depends on which one you have, but I feel like is it 3? One of them was really expensive, and I was like, "Geez, that is maybe it was someone in the
hold on,
maybe somebody in the chat and one of them was expensive." Also, if you have a chance to get Legacy of Goku, I like Legacy of Goku 2. That one was good. Boo's Fury is the third one. I feel like that one got kind of expensive. But Legacy of Goku 2 was actually pretty fun. First one, not as good. Varang asked, John, do you have any insider info on Ryan's 30 Platinum Challenge this year? I rewatched those videos a lot and also use them as game reviews. They're also cinematic masterpieces. I will not be platinuming Mind's Eye. Well, I have pushed the idea of Mind's Eye for his Platinum Challenge because
we've been trying.
He'd be able to do it in a day. I did it, and it was very easy to do. So I think he could definitely run through run through that specifically in one day because it's like 10 hours platinum. And I know he tries to platinum 30 and 30, so that'd at least be one of the days taken up. Let's see. El Comanche asked, John, I've asked for years on X, etc., but never got an answer. Will there ever be a Tech Wave episode for the Sega Saturn? I would really like to see one, as well as your take on its build and capabilities. Thanks. Yeah, I've been thinking about. I have a Sega Saturn, and I was gonna do like a full rebuild on it. The lasers were kind of annoying to get, but I was also looking for one of those like ODE Fenrir things where you can run everything off an SD card. But the other part that's holding me up is finding a good video out solution for it. That's been annoying because I'd love to solder an HDMI board and port and everything to it, but that's been kind of difficult to figure out. But I will eventually do one, yes. I'd like to just rebuild one and make it more like modernized too, though, while I'm at it. Steven says, I asked this a couple months ago, but why has no one, including Nintendo, made a mouse adapter for the Joy-Cons that is actually ergonomic and offset so you don't have to...
Oh my God, that would be so smart.
Well, there were people who were showing off 3D printed variants.
Yes, there are 3D prints. Yep, and you can put them in, you can order them online, but I think they also sell them on Etsy now. So people are just 3D printing them and then just selling them there. And I think they even put like felt on the bottom so it glides around a desk surface really well. They say I have the ones they sell now, and you still have to contort in the same way. They're useless. Seems like such a no-brainer, especially given DragX Drive's biggest and most obvious complaint. Nintendo branded mouse seems like an easy layup. Nice. I'm kind of getting visions of that the 3DS, what was that called? The Pro Pad thing? You got the extra joystick on the side.
The extendo joystick.
I'm kind of getting visions of that right now. But the mouse attachment, the whatever, like some kind of form factor for that, but then also like a mouse pad. These are things that seem like it'd be obvious for Nintendo to resell, but I'm a little shocked they haven't yet. Otherwise, somebody's got to get on that on Etsy and make the DragX Drive attachment for 2 Joy-Cons. Because you at least have one customer with Josie, so she can play another 2 hours of it and then never play the game again.
Yep. Hey, paid $20 for it, though. Might as well get my use.
Okay, I'm back in the convo because I was looking at stuff. I'm now finding out that there's a shit ton of Battle Network games.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a whole bunch of them.
They were just hucking them into the world. They just take it, go.
Yeah, because like I have Blue Moon and I have White, and I thought that was it. So I got really panicky when you're like, which one? I'm like, how many are there? Like, holy shit.
There's a lot. Because it also went up to like the DS and stuff.
I didn't know that. I thought it was only for Game Boy Advance. Because I was like looking at my collection because I have like a photo on Instagram, and I was like, yeah, I thought that was it. I thought I had a complete.
It was one of the biggest Mega Man IPs to take off after the side-scrolling stuff.
Oh,
they did release the collection. You saw that where they did the Mega Man Battle Network collection. That sold really well for them. Sold 1 million copies in like less than a month or something like that.
Makes sense.
So
I should pick it
up. Still popular. DC Fat Cat says, "Oh, anyone happened to get off this week? I would be impressed if anyone beat the game off this week. If you got off this week, would it be worth it to watch?
I feel like it was more of a meme.
Yeah, everyone. It was really funny. I made that joke on Game and Talk, and it's the fan base joke. It's you got to beat it.
There you go.
Everyone should play the game.
I think I had a key offer to me for it. Maybe I'll look at it if it's this meme worthy.
Someone offered to get you off.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they offered to give me.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very like, apparently the soundtrack is really like boppy. That's how people described it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited.
And then Joe McKenna asked, what would it take for Sean to host Newswave while John goes something like CES? It would also make for a great April Fool's episode. It'd probably just take money. That's about it.
20 bucks.
Basically.
Pack of 40s.
I could probably buy him like a Hogan figure or something and he'd do it.
Gotta reach out to his sentimental side. He's like, that's the legendary
okay.
Hogan figure. Okay, get him that.
And then you guys get Sean for one morning and see how.
But you should do that for like April Fools. That would be super funny.
That would be really funny.
Or like you guys swish and you're like sitting at your desk and like you're on
I could do a
channel.
green screen and sit at his desk.
I feel like
no, you have to go to his house. It's funnier that way.
I feel like almost every year. Yeah, I feel like almost every year someone says this should happen. It's always like I feel like the year it happens, everyone will be like, oh. They've expected
huge.
No, it doesn't have to be on April Fool's though. That'd make it better.
Just like randomly.
It's a random day.
It'll be like a Tuesday. Like it'd be great.
June
like a
3rd.
day that a Nintendo Direct gets announced or something where everybody's really excited and then they like click on your video or Sean's video expecting it. And you guys should make the thumbnails like not the
regular,
like normal.
And then we just never
address it
ever again.
Never mention it. People bring it up and you're just like, what? That's weird.
The big thing would be matching
girl boss gatekeep.
The big thing would be matching each other's energy. So like you got to get in there like Sean, and then Sean's got to be very flat and just here's the stuff. Be good.
Yeah, that's about it with the quick topics. Now on to the bigger stuff.
There you go.
Thank you guys for watching.
And then Sean's like, what the fuck? Bah, bah, bah.
Set to use word assimilate randomly for no reason.
Yeah, he likes his big words that like don't really fit into the rest of his vocabulary.
He's got a calendar, right? Like one of those like use the word today calendars, and that's just
I just got to go through his videos and find all of them and try to fit them all into like a 15-minute video at once.
It kills me when he says behooved. He does that so much.
Oh, I got to do that too. There's some good ones in there that he has.
He's like, it behooves me.
John, unfortunately,
that's probably about right. What's up, guys? Looking at this. Thanks, mate. I can see it. I can picture that in my mind right now of him doing that.
Unfortunately,
I have heard him, and it always throws me off when he does that.
For this video, John has to pick up smoking, though. Unfortunately, I think that's part of it.
Yeah, you like have to like hit the vape throughout.
Yeah, you have to trade. You have to drink a lot of Mr. Pibb or whatever he drinks.
Yeah.
Like at least 12.
All the soda cans.
Eat so many raisins, you go into a coma.
Get the barf once.
That'd be great. So funny.
Please do it.
Maybe we will. We'll see. That would be pretty funny. I'm all about the entertainment.
That'd be good.
We'll see. Let's see. There are a few more chats here. Here we go. Bobo says, do you find the lack of dates on upcoming Switch 2 games concerning, or does Nintendo still have it all figured out? Also, congrats, Celia, on Switch 2 Dev Kit. There you go. Do I find it on the days? You know, it is a little odd, but I think everyone's expecting a September Direct. If we get to the end of September, there's no Direct, and everyone's like, when Metroid Prime 4 coming out, then I'll be okay. Then I'll be kind of concerned, like,
I'd be more concerned if all this stuff wasn't playable like next week. You know, like if Metroid Prime 4 wasn't playable, if Elden Ring wasn't playable, if all these games weren't playable, then I'd be like, oh man, what's going on? But they're playable, so those are going to be the fall games. So the dates already. They're just waiting to do the Nintendo Direct for it or to say it. So
yeah, they got to do it there. They got to go to PAX West and bring everything so we can maybe have somebody out there checking it out. We'll see. Steven says, when every major AAA game is either part of a franchise or 10-year sequel, it's hard to get excited for games. Well, that's the issue is you have more safe pitches and careful green lights and stuff. So yeah, you end up with a lot of sequels and known IPs. So you don't have as many chances. Dave says, honestly, the market just changed. Most of the gamers are casuals, play Fortnite, COD, and sports games. Us hardcore gamers are the minority.
That's not true, though.
No, I think I do think there's a large mainstream casual audience. Yes,
for sure, but they're on mobile.
Yeah.
They're like
there's a lot of them on mobile.
It's considerably more mobile games than the casual market for console. Everything, I would imagine everything like in a big bucket. Okay, and some of the buckets are larger than other, but for the market share of each bucket, it's different. But like statistically, for like the non-mobile market, a lot of gamers are playing 3 games at once. Like that's something that they've done a lot of research on or whatever. And that's not talking about the Call of Duty people, but like everyone else, like that's kind of what they're doing.
Shadow Nexus, Mafia 2 collectibles, different times. Collectibles during the 360 and PS3 era were crazy, and they had a bunch of like multiplayer achievements that were really annoying, or trophies.
Oh my god, I hate UFC 2010. I hated that.
Shinra says Evan and OJ should swap. Then OJ becomes a PC elitist, and Evan and Nintendo. Wild ride that would be.
My channel's all about tabletop. We got to get OJ to get some tabletop nerd shit.
There you go. Tabletop.
Dendron is insane.
Zoob says I mailbag Gen Z thought on SKG last second. I got you, Zoob. And Casual Noob Gamer says you guys should invite Nintendine on the show.
He wouldn't come on because then he'd actually have to tell the truth.
Wait, who's that?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What is this T before we go?
Well, no, it's a guy who lies about sales figures when it comes to Nintendo Switch for money on YouTube. He won't. Yeah, he won't. He manipulates the data essentially. He'll say stuff like it's not doing well in Japan, and then he won't tell his audience that it's sold out in Japan. Like they have to have lotteries for it. Or he'll say it's not doing that great compared to this because I don't think it's good because it did worse the last week. But then he won't compare it to like that it's doing like 10 times better than like the PS5. So he'll manipulate the data and only say it to one thing. And then when people ask him to, hey, you want to come on the show to talk about it? Like, I think Prime has reacted to his videos and other people have. He won't talk to anybody.
Wait, so Prime wanted to fact check
Prime wanted to talk to him. Yeah, Prime wanted to talk to him.
That's wild.
Peak journalism from that
I've reached out to him too because he's talking about Japanese sales, and that's like my expertise. So I'm like, I've been covering the Japanese sales for a decade and a half now. So he says stuff like it's dead in Japan, or it's not doing that well. It didn't do as good. And you look at the Japanese sales numbers and it's like, wait a minute, it's like selling better than the PS5 by like 10 times the amount, and it's selling way better than the Switch 1. So he manipulates things in order to make money on YouTube. So that's why it's a joke. That's why I say have him on the show. It's more of a joke because like he just kind of
no. I figured, but like bring him on.
Yeah, but I reached out to him. He doesn't. He said, "Oh, that's not my thing," and I'm like, "Oh." Talking about facts is not your thing.
The truth.
Talking about the actual truth is not your thing, So yeah, that's the
when you only read headlines, that kind of happens, So.
He's intentionally doing this. It's not like he's not stupid. He's actually smart. I don't think he's a dumb guy because he's manipulating things to get a lot of views, which more power to him, but he refuses to talk to anybody that knows, that actually knows it because it's going to make him look bad, so that's why he won't do it.
Yeah. So he's like grifting basically.
Yes. He's grifting. Yes. He's grifting for money on YouTube. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's working. It's working very well for him.
There was the question that Zoop submitted. They said last second here when I guess this will be mostly for Josie. What do Gen Z people think of Stop Killing Games, considering they spend most of their time and money on black hole games? They say Josie or friends because Josie does buy a lot of physical games.
I know about Stop Killing Games. I think it's very cool. I think it's a good thing. I don't think very many of my friends are plugged in enough to the gaming market to really care or know about that, or to know about the issues of like digital versus physical and things like that. So I don't really know what they think. I'm sure like if they like, they would like their purchases protected, I guess, is what I'm assuming. But
if you explained it to them,
I don't know.
If you like broke it down.
I think if I broke it down, they'd like understand it and be on board. But I don't think it's something. I don't know. Most of my friends aren't super crazy gamers. Like they're not that plugged in. They're not really online. They watch my videos sometimes, but it's like because it's me, so it's not like I don't know.
Josie's the Gen Z outlier.
Yeah. Guess so.
Let's see. I got that. We're good there. I think everything's good here. All right, cool. Let me go around here as we finish up. Josie, where can everyone find you?
youtube.com/JosieWo. I talk about Nintendo stuff, so if you're interested in that, made a video about DragX Drive, so if you want to go watch it, feel free. And yeah, I'll be live soon, and I'm also on Game and Talk with Sean and Celia, and we have a banger podcast. So check that out.
You're gonna be live soon. Are you streaming something? What are you streaming?
I need to finish or start, I guess, the end game for DK Bonanza. So
okay,
probably that.
Oh, good stuff. Oh, really cool. Okay, cool. Let's go check out Josie when she goes live. You said that's after this podcast, you're gonna go live?
Probably just next week, Monday.
Oh, I thought they meant like going live soon. I was like, oh wow, let's go live. Okay, next Monday. Monday. Okay, Monday. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. What about Celia?
You got, like Josie said, you can find me on Game and Talk on the podcast. It's real fun. Besides that, you can find me on Twitter. I'm Celia B with 3 E's, and on Instagram, I'm Kosher Gamer. I've been posting a lot of stories about Pokemon World, so if you want to see some cool things, check it out there. And lastly, just to plug this in, Mina, it's a limited time demo on the Nintendo Switch 1 and 2. It goes down 11:59 on Thursday, the 21st. So go check out the game. It's really, really fun. If you don't get a chance, that's a-okay. It's the same game. It'll release on October 31st.
And we'll be talking about it after it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that'll be good. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
OJ, where can I find you, sir?
Yeah, you find me on YouTube here, Player Essence. Been doing a few videos. Check it out. Talk about the game key card situation. Talk about some upcoming RPGs, Daemon X Machina, Titanic Scion. I got a video going over upcoming games. Also going to have a video upcoming Switch 2 and PS5 RPGs as well. I got a big video I'm working on there. And my top 25 all-time, now that Switch 1 is done, top 25 all-time Switch 1 games that I'm also going to be working on. That all should be next week. And like I said, I got a bunch of videos that I did. And I stream daily too, or pretty much daily. So come out to the streams, hang out. We talk about all sorts of random stuff. And yeah, so yeah, there you go. So yeah, Player Essence on YouTube. Thanks for having me on. Shout outs to everybody here. You guys are all goated.
I do.
I also give accurate sales information, guys. I don't lie in my videos and in my stuff. Like I actually go over accurate sales information and accurate data. So if something's good, I'll say it's good. If something's not doing good, I'll say it's not doing good because I actually look at the data and I don't lie. So there's also that.
Celia, I wanted to bring that up. It's asked, does the demo have content separate from the main game?
No, it is literally the beginning part of the game. Okay. So, and also, let's say that you do play the demo, your save data can carry over to the game. So, like literally, like if you don't have a chance, don't worry. You're not missing anything. You're going to be able to play it once the game's out as well. So, don't worry. We wouldn't do that to you.
There you go. Also, wanted to point out that Celia has secured the capture card now. Okay.
Yeah, we couldn't figure it out.
Oh, well, we will figure it out. Okay. It will be figured out because Celia then can stream Switch 2 or PS3 is actually kind of difficult to stream. We could figure that out too. I know how we can do that.
Splitter,
the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Get her a splitter.
I tried tech supporting with Sean. Like Sean literally was like, "Oh yeah, Celia's smart."
Tech supporting with a guy that lost a cardboard. Okay.
Okay. I don't know. Okay.
I'll help you.
I don't know. Like literally, Sean was like, "Don't worry, Celia's gonna be able to get to do this. Like, she's got it. She's smart." And I was like, "Thanks, Sean." And then I was like, "Something's not working." So I called Sean, and then Sean's like, he couldn't figure it out, and we gave up. So he told me to talk to you, John. But that's a Monday problem.
Okay. Talk to me or Josie.
Okay.
Well, we can figure it out. What about Evan? Where can I find you, sir?
You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, socials at Kimmerix Project, tabletop stuff. I think we just broke 10K subscribers.
Woo. Oh wow, good stuff.
Kind of.
That is no, for real. I just got something real quick. That is crazy for the type of content on that channel.
Especially with how little I've been putting out.
Yeah, that is so good, man. Seriously, that's awesome.
Paralysis right now. I'm trying to make a video. I just don't really know where I want the content to go, so I got to figure that out.
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
Good stuff. All right. Well, check everyone out here on the panel. They're down in the description below. Give them a like on their channel. Say hi. And I think that's going to do it. I got everyone here. Yep, we're good. All the chats. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Probably talk about a whole bunch of stuff after Gamescom. It should be a lot of fun. We'll see you guys then.